right, so no intro this time. We are just going live, and my mic should be working. I should probably double check that. All right, coming back. So Charles might not be joining me today. We are doing our first ever simulcast, play-by-play broadcast. So I'm gonna figure out a nice little intro as well. Right now, I just have, hey everybody, how's it going? I need to make that microphone louder. Check. All right. So what we are going to be doing today is it is week 4. Welcome to week 4. Welcome to Niners week. The Jags this week are live on the road in the Golden State, in the Bay Area, in the city, San Francisco, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. I think one of the most interesting things that we did not get to in our Wednesday show is you have, because Brock Purdy is starting, you have Mr. Irrelevant versus the first overall pick. And granted, quarterbacks don't actually go head-to-head. It's an interesting dynamic to look at. It's an interesting idea that, you know, where are you as a team that is able to get the first overall pick? Like, what does that mean about the rest of your roster? 5 years later, how much have you developed it? Even though, 5 years, 3 head coaches later, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, goes to San Francisco, has had one system, has worked his way up from the third string to the starter to the point they cut everybody else or let everybody else go, traded them away, and now he is the guy. And whether or not he can hold on to that position, whether or not how well he does going forward. So, per rules and regulations, you will not be able to watch the game on this stream. You'll just be watching me. We have scores for other games below, and we have the score for the game we're going to be watching right above. I'm watching the game via a television, and we'll be doing play-by-play. We are a couple minutes away from kickoff. It is currently 3:40, so about 25-ish minutes away. I'm going to be doing some setup stuff, so nobody's out. We have one current viewer, which is great. It's better than 0. I will probably start sending out some invites to some other people and get some people on here. So hang with us. It'll be a nice 3.5 hour, 4 hour ride to get to the end of this. Right now, just FYI, I am drinking water. That will probably change at halftime, one way or the other. There's a bottle of bourbon in the corner, so it is on standby. I'm going to hit some music real quick and just kind of go through some things. And if you are watching live, hit me up in the chat if you have any questions. And we'll get this ball rolling in a minute. Thank you. All right, it is about 20 minutes to kick off. Boost my microphone up just a little bit more. About 20 minutes to kick off. We are, if you are watching television live right now, the Atlanta Falcons are finishing up against the Washington Commanders. After that, we will be going live, or they will be going live, and we will be sitting here following along for the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco. The only way the Jags ever seem to get a late slot kickoff is if we travel to the West Coast for it. So we'll take it, even though I think over half the country is me watching somebody else. But still, go Duval. Again, one of my my big, I don't want to say takeaways, but things I'm looking forward to. Interesting tidbits for this game is going to be Mr. Irrelevant taking on a first overall pick. I don't think they were the same draft. I think they were 1 year apart. I think Brock's only been in the league for 4 years, and this is Trevor's 5th season. But still, it's an interesting dynamic. I'm sure it's not an overly original dynamic, so I'm sure TV broadcasters are going to be talking about it nonstop. But we'll be following along as soon as this game wraps up. Looks like they are on the 2-minute warning, and Atlanta is setting up for what looks like a field goal. Yep, 26-yard field goal, up and straight up and down through the middle. Atlanta takes a 10-point lead over the Washington Commanders. So, but what we're really here for is Jacksonville versus San Francisco. That hasn't started yet, so we're just here. I need to actually set up one more thing so I can look at stats the whole game. So something that happened Wednesday that was kind of weird is I had Chrome freeze on me twice. And the only reason I bring that up is because Chrome is how I watch the stream to make sure it's working while on YouTube. And it didn't do that. Or it did, and it froze. So I'm going to pull up something else so I can look at real-time stats as we go through this. And while I do that, I might see if I can pull up some. I know historically Jacksonville has not done well when it's traveled west. I don't have exact stats on that yet, but I can work on that. Another interesting storyline as well is San Francisco is currently undefeated. As we did mention Wednesday, they did lose Nick Bosa, which is a huge blow to any defense. So we're going to see how that defensive line looks against our offensive line. Hopefully the Jags O-line can get a little bit better push than they got last week. Didn't get a lot of push for that run game, but pass defense looks really, or pass offensive line. Pass protect, that's the term I'm looking for. Pass protect did look really good. It's looked very good the first 3 weeks. Let's see if we can make that a trend that continues as well. I just realized I don't have my lights on. Put a little bit of light in there. So, as of, I believe, this morning, injury report, looks like we have wide receiver Brown is inactive with a shoulder. Defensive end, Donnie Sturgro, I do not recognize that name, which might tell you something. Defensive tackle is also inactive. One of our running backs is inactive, and one of our guards is inactive. The Niners, cornerback, running back, wide receiver, defensive tackle, wide receiver. They got a decent amount of guys inactive as well. So not like everyone. It's not like everyone has their week 1 starting roster right now. So not always a great thing to have in week 3, but that's what we're looking at. San Francisco is favored by a field goal in this game, which I don't know if that says more about somebody's offense or somebody's defense or what, but it's not like it's not a huge margin. So this should be a fun, competitive game. Who knows? It's the Jaguars. There aren't going to be as many transitions and cuts in this one because it's just me. My partner in crime, Charles, was not able to join me today because, unlike me, he's a dad and has a family. And I never leave this room ever, actually. I just change clothes. Just kidding. All right, here's some stats we can go over about 10 minutes, hopefully, before kickoff. Jags are averaging 23.3 points per game. The Niners are averaging below 20. That's something to look at. Yards per game, they're about the same. 356 for the Jags versus 361 for the Niners. Time of possession almost dead even as well for average 31 minutes 49 seconds to 31 minutes and 21 seconds. So they're both leading in time of possession, so we'll see which one of those kind of breaks on this. Sacks for the season, Jags very similar as well, 6-5 in favor of the Jags. Interceptions, this is where the big difference is going to be. Jags have 7 interceptions on the season. The Niners have none. I think that bodes well for Trevor, but apparently they've got a couple of really good young rookie cornerbacks that are just waiting to break out. So total turnover differential, though, also in favor of the Jags. +5 for the Jags, -1 for the Niners. So again, we'll see how that goes. I always have the feeling that Trevor Lawrence's interceptions come in pairs or sets of 4, unfortunately. So as long as he can keep, throwing it to the correct people, I think we should be pretty competitive. Also, I think it's going to come down to defense and run game. This is going to be an old-fashioned old-fashioned NFL game, like Steelers and Bears in the 70s style. It's going to be defense, it's going to be turnovers, and it's going to be the run game. So it's really going to be offensive line, defensive line. Who can get the better push? Who can get the better push consistently? With ETN, the cutback can be king if he can nail the cutback and get those lanes open. Or he likes to go to the outside, but it seems we can't always get that edge blocked around. So he's running way past the hashes, and he just runs out of real estate. So cutbacks probably will be his bread and butter today if we can get those lanes established, and then just smart ball control. Don't turn the ball over a bunch, and time of possession, which again, when you're looking at those stats through 3 weeks, we're pretty even, because the exact same thing can be said for the 49ers. They're going to want Christian McCaffrey to run. It's Brock Purdy's first game back from, I would say, a mild injury, and they're not going to want to ask too much of him, just like we're not going to want to ask too much of Trevor. I'm knocking tons of things over. So they're going to want to do the exact same thing. They're going to want takeaways on defense. They're going to want to control the line of scrimmage. They're going to want to control the clock. And they're going to want Christian McCaffrey to just pound all day. So very interesting dynamic in that. Also, I think, again, if you were here on our Wednesday show, you change one, maybe two plays in that Cincinnati game, and Jags are 3-0. So that's our closest game. That's also let's see. We scored 27 in that game, 26 in week 1. Last week was the first time we did not score 20 points, which I really would have enjoyed, because I don't want to like go too into the records book, but the last time we scored 3 concurrent games of 20 more points, it's been a minute. Let me just put it that way. Any of you listening, I know I'm not going to play this music the whole time. I'm just trying to fill in the dead air so I don't have to talk the whole time. Nick Bosa has an active on his name? Is Nick Bosa playing? Offensive lineman Cleveland, active. Wow, yeah, their injury list is like twice as long as ours. Oh yeah, that is what I wanted to mention. So the last time we played the Niners was 2 years ago in November in Everbank, and Charles and I were actually at that game. And I never leave before the game is over, but I think we might have walked out a couple minutes early. So, all right, broadcast is up. Jags are running onto the field. Niners are running onto the field. We are live from Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California, the Bay. I also had the wonderful fortune of living in the Bay Area for about a year. That was cut short because of a little thing called COVID. Other than that, I loved my time there. The weather was great. Cost of living was horrible, but did not live in the city. Lived about 30 minutes outside of it in this pleasant little town called Pleasanton. This is water, I promise you. Depending on how this game goes, it'll probably be bourbon by the fourth quarter. So again, if you're just joining us, we're moments away from kickoff. A couple of things I'm looking forward to looking at, I guess. You have Mr. Irrelevant versus a first overall pick. The first overall pick, though, is on his third head coach, probably third offensive coordinator as well. The guy that got taken last in a draft has had the same system his entire career, and has worked his way up from third string to starter. So well that the two guys that were ahead of him on the roster when he got drafted are not with the franchise anymore. They either got traded away or released. So Brock Purdy has had a very different road than Trevor Lawrence, but I think the organization might actually have more confidence in a Brock Purdy right now than the Jags do. Trevor Lawrence, especially after the first 3 weeks. It's been a little rocky, but you could say that about any really given 3 weeks of his entire career. So we're going to be taking a look at that. We're going to have some stats as we get closer to kickoff. according to the worldwide leader in sports, San Francisco is a 3-point favorite, and their matchup predictor says they're 62.3% chance of winning, with Jags a measly 37.5. So you're saying there's a chance, which is great, but we'll see how all of this breaks down. Commercial, a couple more stats. Talking about those two quarterbacks, Trevor, 671 yards. He's 63 of 113, so he's 63 completions, 40 incompletions, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Where Brock Purdy, who again missed last week, has 563 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. So keys to the game are probably going to be the same for both teams. Establish the run. You want to win the line of scrimmage on offense. You also want to win the line of scrimmage on defense. Hand it off to your running backs. Ask your quarterbacks to pick up some third downs to keep drives going, but not do too much. Ask your defense to do a whole lot. Get takeaways. Control the time of possession. And whoever can probably do 2 of those 3 things is probably going to win the game. So if you can control the line of scrimmage, control the time of possession, and control turnovers, again, you get 2 of those 3 stats, you're probably walking away with a W. It looks like we are getting real close. Let's get rid of that music. I say that. We might keep it up. So, So it looks like a couple of the early games are still going on. Giants are beating the Chargers 21-18 with, they just started the 4th quarter. They got a long way to go in that game. Houston is establishing the fact that Tennessee is the worst team in our division. Houston's up 26-0 at the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. Atlanta, I think this might be a little behind. Let's refresh this a little bit. Atlanta, because I think Atlanta actually already won. All right, so Giants still up 21-18. Buffalo winning with less than 2 minutes left. Tampa Bay down by 8 at home versus Philadelphia. Detroit doing Detroit thing, or Detroit beating up on Cleveland as they probably should. Indianapolis just kicked off as well, and Baltimore's tonight. So, all right, I totally missed the kickoff. I apologize. Niners get the ball first. They're starting on their 35. Brock Purdy is under center with a single back behind him. Just going to fake a handoff and throw it to the tight end, who falls to the ground, but no one's around him, so he runs for another about 10 yards and gets tackled on the 48 of the Jaguars. I do not know 49ers numbers. So that was number 44. That was Kyle Juszczyk. They got that completion. So first play out the gate, the Niners, huge chunk of yards already on the right side of the 50. Looks like Christian McCaffrey is in the deep eye set. Once again, fake handoff. And all right, Brock Purdy goes to his check down, and they bobble it and drop it. After that fake handoff, we had about 3 of our offensive linemen kind of just standing there. Josh Hines-Allen was about 4 yards away from Brock Purdy, but it kind of looked like they didn't want to fully engage in case he started to run or do the dump down. So kind of interesting defensive strategy thus far. Purdy's had time to figure out what he wants to do. They've also started the game with 2 fake handoffs. So this time Christian McCaffrey gets the ball, goes for about 2. That will bring up 3rd down and 7. This is the first time I have ever tried to do play-by-play commentary. This is not my forte. And I'm trying to do analysis as well. So if you are watching, thank you so much. This is probably going to be as good as it gets. If you are watching, please hit the like and subscribe button. Click on the bell to get notifications. All right, 3rd and 7. McCaffrey gets the ball straight up the middle. He's going to bust it for about 11 yards to the 34-ish yard line. And that brings up a first down for the Niners. And they are cooking already. What was I saying about line of scrimmage? Yeah, I mean, looked like it could have been a cutback, but he didn't have to take the cutback lane. Looked like all we did was fill the backside. Yeah, secondary's way out of place on that one. And he just takes an 11-yard jog right there. 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. And once again, handoff to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get what initially looked like nothing, but it's going to wind up being 3 yards right there. It looked like our D-line actually stood up the offensive line, but that was just smoke and mirrors because O-line of San Francisco had already pushed us 2 yards down the field. And they were just cooking it. 2nd and 8 on the Jags 31. Trying to look. Travis Hunter is in the game. We look like we're in a base defense. Once again, another handoff. Although that is not Christian McCaffrey. But they are going to get very close to a first down. There's an injured Niner on the ground. Is that Kittle? He is grabbing his right elbow, right wrist area, whoever it is. It will bring up 3rd and 1. And the clock is stopped. They're probably going to dump to commercial here in a second. That is not, if that's Kittle, that is not good. That is not good at all. But so far on this drive, McCaffrey got 3 carries in a row for 16 yards. Smoot was in there to make a tackle. Brock Purdy is 1 of 2, also for 18 yards. Luakon, the king of the tackles, has 2 tackles already. While we're in commercial, I'm going to sound like a broken record, and I apologize. But, I mean, it looks like, again, this is going to be line of scrimmage, time of possession, turnovers. And right now, line of scrimmage, and, I mean, the fact that this drive is still going on some level is, you know, in the Niners' favor. Jags have not touched the ball on offense yet, though. We are in a timeout right now because it looks like there's an injured 49er down on the field. I think it was number 88, which I believe is Kittle. Sorry, just checking text during the commercial break. And again, new channel. If you are watching this, I appreciate your time. If you would please like, subscribe, hit the bell. We're going to be trying to doing this for all the Jags games. Wednesday nights, we will be doing a live stream as well, breaking down the previous week. All right, so that was not Kittle, which is good. It is number 88. Tongs, he is walking off the field. Looks like he is heading to the locker room. So that brings us to, I think it's 3rd and 1. Oh yeah, they looked like it was just a QB sneak, and he definitely got it by an extra yard. So yeah, that was 3rd and 1. They picked up 2. Brock Purdy got a little just off the center, between the center and the guard sneak. Tom Brady was never good at those. It's one of the few things Tom Brady was not good at, so I like to make fun of it. Yeah, he is going straight to the locker room. But the Niners have 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line. They have a single. Purdy's in the shotgun. McCaffrey is to his left. It looks like they got 2 wide receivers. Snaps the ball. He's looking around. He's got plenty of time. McCaffrey catches it for a 3-yard gain. Is immediately tackled. 4-yard gain. So that brings up 2nd and 6. I mean, they're in the red zone. It looks like they are doing whatever they want to our defense. Our defense looks, I just say like half awake, but like just half a step out, half a slightly like just confused or something. So 2nd and 6. Purdy's under center this time. McCaffrey in the backfield. Fake the handoff to him. Screen pass. Tight end screen out. And he's going to pick up a 1st down and a couple more. Farnell, number 89. Travis Hunter on the tackle. Sorry, Luke Farrell. 7-yard catch. Yeah, Hunter and Wingard combination for the tack. Brings up 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Under center, I formation. He's going to hand it off. And he gets immediately met by, it looks like Smoot. And Hamilton gets 1 yard. Sorry, Walker. Hamilton and Walker combined for that. All right, Brock Purdy's going to break the huddle. And they cut to the sideline for some reason. All right, we are on the 7-yard line. 2nd and goal. Shotgun just slings it out to McCaffrey, who is immediately met by a bevy of Jaguars and tackled for a loss. Those 2 yards just got him back. Great sniffing out that play. Great job tackling. 3rd and goal on the 8. I do recognize defenses, but it takes me a while to count everybody up. So looks like we're in a 4-3 from the shotgun. Purdy takes a snap. Oh, we're getting after him. Throws it quickly. Throws it out of bounds. Good coverage downfield as well. Looks like we got there with just a 4-man rush, which was good. That'll bring up 4th down. We're probably just going to kick forward. Yeah, 4-man rush. But, yeah, just able to work our lines. Armstead getting right there. Walker right there. Got hands on him after he threw it, but not in a penalty way. So they are going to do a 26-yard kick. It is up, and it is easy money. So a drive that started out with big chunk plays is going to end in a field goal on a 4th and goal. Defenses are always good to tighten up, especially when you have that 12th man, which is the back line, and you don't have to send your secondary or your linebackers 20 yards down the field because there isn't anything 20 yards down the field. So that always helps out. You can keep zones tighter, keep coverage. D-line didn't get the push on that I was hoping for. Didn't really pressure Brock at all, except for that final 3rd and goal where Walker got in there and was able to like kind of just put a hand on a shoulder pad right after he threw the ball. So, but we will see what our Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence have for us. After this commercial break, we'll be getting the kickoff. And we'll go from there. Lewis, I don't know if you're still there. Good seeing you in the chat. Appreciate your time. Lewis, have you checked the fantasy football scores? Because I think I'm winning. Just saying. It's early, though. We only have the first set of games in. So shout out to all my friends that I'm in 2 fantasy football leagues. If any of those guys are listening right now, I'm losing in my main league. I've been in one league for over 20 years now. And unfortunately, because I am such an introvert weirdo, I've only ever met like 3 of the guys that are in this league with me. So if you guys are watching, I sent a link out to that group chat. If anyone's sitting at home watching and for some reason listening to me instead of the Fox crew, I appreciate it. Please stick with me. I might get better. Also, in my main league with the FSU guys, I am losing horribly this week, so there's that. If you are listening currently, if you want to just throw a message in the chat, I'd appreciate it. If it's your first time watching, please like, subscribe, click the bell. That way you get all of the updates whenever we go live. You'll get a message. We plan to do all of the Jags games, do this type of live commentary, and we have a Wednesday night game where we review the previous week and look forward to what's going to happen in the next week. So, all right, we are back. Niners are set to kick off. Oh yeah, I'm going to lose horribly in the FSU when something major happens, and they kick that out of bounds. Or did he step out of bounds and catch it? What? What is going on? All right, he's running over. He fields the ball and then just runs out of bounds. Like he wasn't even watching how close to the sideline he was. He's staring at the ball the whole time. Hands, that's really close. Like he's almost out of bounds. Anyways, Jags get their first possession, 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Let that ball go out of bounds. All right, Trevor's under center, and Niners jump. The home team jumped across the line. Let's see what they call this. It looks like it's going to be on them. Yep, it's on the Niners. Encroachment. Thanks for the free yardage. All right, so they're going to break the huddle again. It is now going to be, should be 1st and 5. Yep, 1st and 5 from the 12. Trevor, under center, hands it off to Etienne. Etienne gets all of 3, maybe 4 yards. So, 2nd and 1. You got to like that. Interesting play call. Right up the gut, right in the A gap. So Trevor looks like no huddle. He's getting everybody lined up. He's in shotgun. Etienne is to his right. Steps back. Scans the field. Launches to... Who is that? Oh, Brian Thomas Jr. Catches the great catch on the sideline. Put it on the outside edge so the defender had nothing that he could do to try to defend that catch. 1st down. And we're moving. All right, this time they are going to huddle up. Trevor's going to go under center. Brian Thomas Jr. is the single wide receiver flanked out right. Etienne is about 7 yards behind Trevor. And we got 2 more wide receivers on the weak side. Oh, Trevor's breaking through. Trevor got some holes. Offensive line doing a little bit better. Great hole for Trevor to run through. For Travis to run through. Gets 11 yards. 1st down. And the Jags are at the 41. So we're almost in plus territory already. Just a couple plays into it.
Can I make a cameo?
Huh?
Can I make a cameo?
No. Oh. All right. So once again, 1st and 10. Shotgun. Etienne to his right. Sends Hunter in motion. Trevor's looking. He's just going to run and dive for about 3 yards. It's going to be interesting to see where his knee was down. Sorry, I got to stand. So Trevor hasn't done a lot of running this season. Understandably why. He took a horrible hit last year that ultimately was the thing that took him out for the rest of the season. Had a great run last week. Didn't slide. this time also didn't slide. He actually kind of like dove like it was third base. So, all right. 2nd and 7. He's going to fake a handoff and then sling it out to Travis Etienne, who's fighting. He's going to get gang tackled close to a first down on the 49-yard line of the Niners side of the field. And they're going to mark that a first down. I mean, if this is the game, if this is, I know it's early, but if we're going to have like nice, good quasi-chunk plays, good offense, are they going to relook at where he's down? I mean, there's like 3 guys on top of him and 2 guys underneath him when he falls. So that's going to be hard to figure out where he landed. 1st and 10, 5:26 left in the first quarter. Ball on the Niners 49-yard line. Travis. Oh! So I fumbled that play-by-play. I apologize. Trevor was under center, dropped back, faked a handoff, threw it, and overshot his target just by a little. He had to go up in the air. Also good defense on it. Ball popped up, almost was intercepted, but luckily that guy is a linebacker and plays defense for a reason. So that brings up 2nd and 10. Handoff to 33, one of our new rookies. Gets about 4 yards. Not bad. Had a bounce to the outside. Brings up 3rd and 7. So this is an important third down. It's our first third down on the drive, I think. So Tootin goes for a couple. Trevor Lawrence interception and his 3rd interception in 6 straight games. Good Lord. 49ers defense, 0 interceptions in the last 10 games. So, well, we'll see which egg cracks on that one. 3rd and 7 from the 46. Trevor is in shotgun with Tootin to his left. Takes a snap, drops back, circles. Strange catches it. Midfield. Gets 1 more yard after the catch, but he's going to be half a yard short. That's a very, very good spot, but that is still going to bring up 4th and 1. So he's just Strange is on a late release crossing route. Runs straight into 2 linebackers that are in zone, or a linebacker and a safety that dropped in. So they're going for it though. 10 seconds on the play clock. 4th and 1 from the 40-yard line. And Trevor's going to sneak it through just like Brock Purdy. Goes through that A-gap. These guys that are 6 feet tall, all they have to do is stand on the line of scrimmage, fall forward, and they get 2 yards. So it's basically what he does. Shoots the A-gap, picks up the first, drive continues. So, again, two equal offenses, probably 2 equal defenses. Trevor's going to take this under center. Got a bunch. So I can't talk fast enough. Washington takes an end around handoff and gets met immediately. We had trips left, and he came out of the trips and just took the handoff. But if the Niners are in zone, then they just sat in their zone and waited for that to come, which I think they were, because when he moved, no one really moved with him. Yeah, whoever's 17 on our team should have stayed out there and blocked the outside guy, but instead went in and blocked the inside guy. So it was 2-on-1 for Parker Washington on that. Under center, 2nd and 11. It's going to just hand the ball off to that's Travis Etienne, and Etienne's going to lose a yard. 3rd down. That's not the direction we want to go, guys. 3rd and 13 on the San Francisco 40. We're on the 40. I don't know how windy it is out there. So if we get no yards on this one, it's a 57-yard field goal. So, kind kind of make that decision. We're not going to go for it on fourth down unless we pick up a good chunk. So Lawrence in the shotgun with Tootin to his left. Trip wide receivers right. Oh! Brian Thomas Jr. goes up and grabs that. It's beautiful, but he might be a yard short. It might be 4th and 1 or 4th and a half. That's interesting. They had trips right, obviously in zone at this point because no one really came up to engage. Brian Thomas Jr. standing next to Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter was supposed to do like a 7-yard go and stop and fell down, but Brian Thomas Jr. did the outside, and they're gonna punt. Oh, did they rule it incomplete? Oh, they ruled it incomplete. Oh, that's why we're punting. That makes sense. Punt it straight into the end zone. It'll be Niners ball first and 10 when we come back from these commercial breaks. I like looking at the analytics. I see like the peaks and valleys of people coming and going. Nobody is currently watching, which is fine. We have had 13 different people pop in though. Looks like our best was 5 people at once. So here's hoping. For all the people that are not watching right now, but may for some reason watch this on replay, we have a Wednesday night show where we break down the game that just happened and look forward to the week coming. And any other big breaking Jaguars news that comes down. So, not the way I would have wanted our first offensive drive to end. I thought Brian Thomas caught that ball. I'm not going to joke. It wouldn't have been first down, or would not have been a first down anyways. It would have been 4th and short, but I'd rather have a 4th and short and maybe go for a tying field goal than punt. So just gonna stand. Oh. Commercials. Is our delay to our live stream getting like super off? That's weird. If it is, we might have to do a time check coming up here in a second when we come back. Nick Bosa, torn ACL, out for season. That's what I thought. Someone listed him as active. But anyways. All right, we are back from commercial break. We have 1:40 left in the first quarter. Brock Purdy is in shotgun. He sends Christian McCaffrey out. We'll do kind of a quick 5-yard hitch. Not a hitch, it's an in. 5-yard in. It's a good little 5 yards on first down, brings up 2nd and 5. Brock Purdy currently is 4 of 6 for 36 yards. Slinging it to a bunch of tight ends. He is in the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers. He's going to hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to run right up the middle for about 3. Which should bring up 3rd and 2. I will say this. We haven't had a lot of laundry in this game thus far. Knock on wood. There's Kittle. Kittle's on the sideline. Kittle was out. I totally missed that one. That's why every time they throw it to a tight end, I have no idea who it is. Oh, that's why it looks that way. Okay. I thought like our stream had a major delay. So 31 seconds, 30 seconds, 29 seconds left in the first. Purdy the shotgun, throws to his right. Ball caught. Tries to spin out of a tackle. They blow him down with 2 Jags wrapping him up. So that's against Travis Hunter, actually. Travis Hunter is with him. Oh, no, he got... Yeah. That's an extended arm, but I probably wouldn't call that pass interference. Hunter was kind of 2 yards out of place on that. So that's the end of the first quarter. Jags are trailing the San Francisco 49ers 0-3. We're going to flip into the field. Oh, I forgot to do... I made a scoreboard, and I have buttons, and I totally forgot to update the score. That's my bad. That's my mistake. Let's go in here and look at these again. Let's hit refresh on this. So, Indianapolis is currently tied with the Rams. Baltimore is up a touchdown against Kansas City. Chicago and Vegas are tied at nothing. Some of our previous games today. Steelers knock off the Vikings in Ireland. Falcons beat the Commanders. Bills took care of the Saints. The Lions treated the Browns the way they need to be treated, 34-10. Patriots on top of the Panthers. That's a good score, 42-13. Probably the shocker of the day, Giants upset the Chargers 21-18. Eagles take a trip to Tampa and handle the Buccaneers mightily, 31-25. In the battle of the bottom of the AFC South, the Texans beat the Titans 26-0. 26-0. Okay. And Thursday night's game, in case you missed it, Seahawks win over the Cardinals. Oh, okay. That happens when I do that. Haha. So, some good scores. Colts. What did I say? The Colts are playing right now. Yeah, and they're tied. They are also in California. They're just a little bit further south than we are. Down in LA. So there's no. So Tennessee still hasn't won a game all year. Houston has won 1. And then we'll see what happens at the top of our division based upon our game and what's going on in LA right now. So still a lot of game to play. This is the beginning of the second quarter. San Francisco has the ball. It is 1st and 10 on their 35. Looks like Brock Purdy is in shotgun. We got 4 wide receivers spread out. No running back in the backfield at least. Oh, he's going to just dump it down on a tight end doing a crossover. Aluakon, you hit him. Wait, did he fumble? We're saying that he fumbled. Jags have the ball. We took that ball away from him as we were tackling him. And that is a turnover, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. So, Lucon's trailing behind him. Oh, yeah, he just goes in and punches it out. 47. And Wingard being the man, jumps in there. Oh, you can see him, like, ball up the fist, go in, punch that out. That was 100% intentional, and Wingard falls on it for the recovery. That is going to give the Jags 1st and 10 on the right side of the 50, I believe. Let's see, where are they saying this is? Go to a wide shot. Are we reviewing this? Why are we not on? There we go. Trevor's on the field under shotgun. We are on the 48-yard line of San Francisco already. Just got to make it 48 yards, and we hit money. So he's going to hand the ball off to Etienne. He's going to bounce it to the left. Oh! Big hole! Jukes him out. He breaks his tackle. He's going. Touchdown, Jaguars! Whoo! We have been on the wrong side of those type of interactions too many times lately. That is a great sequence. Great sequence right there. Turn the ball over. Home run shot next time out. There you go. That is how you play a game. That is a great juke for ETN. And then just, I don't think he has breakaway speed anymore, but he's got enough speed to get that done. 48-yard scamper all the way to pay dirt. There you go. And high fives all around. All of it set up by the fumble that Wingard falls on. There you go. That's a commercial break I'm happy to go to. I might put me on a jersey after that. There you go. All right, I do want to go back a couple of plays. Gardick? Gardick is the guy that goes in there and punches that ball out, letting Wingard fall on it. Gives us the 1st and 10 on the 48, and ETN just, again, he had to break a couple tackles. He had to do a little spin. Someone tried to ankle tackle him, but he was able to step through it and then put a little move on someone else to make them miss, and then just the rest was speed. So. Again, after seeing Miami do that to us last year, which kind of, in my opinion, set the tone for the rest of the season, unfortunately. And then last week, having it done to us again, but we were able to respond. And now we get to do it to somebody else. Like, there you go. That's how you fire up a team. That's all good things. You always love to see a scoring drive summary. One play, 48 yards, 9 seconds. All right, we're going to be kicking off to the Niners. We're kicking off from left to right. And he's going to angle this to the corner. Picks it up on the 2. Charges ahead. Breaks one tackle. Can't break the second one. That is going to be 1st and 10 on the 25. Let's see, what graphics are they throwing up? Last season, 19 games, 9 turnovers. Fewest in the NFL. The last 3 games, 9 turnovers. Leads the NFL. I mean, there you go. Points off takeaways, 31. That's nice. All right, Brock Purdy took it from under center, handed it off to Christian McCaffrey. He was stuffed by Josh Hines Allen. Drops him for a 2-yard loss right there. This is a nice move, too. Like, he's fully getting blocked, and he just kind of just shoves his blocker off and goes, no, that man has the ball. I want to go hug that man. Hug him to the ground. Make him lose yards. 2nd and 11. On the 24, Brock's in a shotgun. McCaffrey's to his right. Gonna just hand the ball off. Oh, straight up the A gap. Huge hole. Rumbles for probably, let's call it 7. It is gonna be 3rd and 5. Oh, and we have a Jaguar without a helmet on. Murray looks shook up. Training staff is running over, going to walk him off the field. Not a good thing. I think he's the one that took. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is running in order to hurt people. Yeah, he got a whole lot of shoulder from Christian McCaffrey on that one. So I think they might also just be taking a look at him. Mark Purdy and the Niners are going to huddle up. Getting the play call in. Break the huddle. I can't see anything on this. He's shotgun McCaffrey to his right. Hike the ball. Got time. Taking a shot downfield. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. That is a huge completion down the left sideline. Yeah, he's had half a step. Had to come back to the ball, actually. Campbell never turned around. Sorry, is that Campbell? Yeah. Never turned around. "32-yard completion." Yeah. Tyson Campbell was out of sorts that entire time. And I forgot points again. There we go. 7-3. Ricky Perlson grabbed that ball under center. Fake a handoff to McCaffrey. Mark Purdy runs out. Has plenty of time. Oh! Interception! Interception! It bounced off the wide receiver's hands. And they're having a hard time tackling him. We have a flag down after the interception. Let's see what happens. Lloyd is the one that reached in the air and grabbed that. Body language tells me that they might call this against the Jags. Let's see what's going on. I want to hear a little bit. Sorry. After the interception on the return, yeah. It might be a block after the interception. Where are they placing the ball? Devin Lloyd's fired up. Yep, that's exactly it. I think they're after the interception, we did something we were not supposed to, hit somebody in a way we're not supposed to. But I believe they're going to let the interception stand. Yeah. Oh, McCaffrey just extended. He just put it. Brock Purdy just put it a little too far in front of McCaffrey. He had to extend, bobble the ball almost straight backwards into Devin Lloyd's hands. Took it away. Right after they do the graphic about how many takeaways we have this season, we get a takeaway. That is 2 49ers offensive drives that end in turnovers in a row. Our defense is going to enable us to do great things this season. I guarantee it. So it's enforced on the Jacksonville 26 is what I'm reading. It's a 15-yard penalty. So we should get it 1st and 10 on the 10. So we got 90 yards to go. So great job on the takeaway, but it's not like the last one where we're only 48 yards away from pay dirt. So we're going to have to work on this drive. We're going to have to actually do some offensive things. But let's what's time of possession so far? Let's compare those. I mean, because that's turnovers, first downs, penalties, possession. Oh, the Niners as of now actually are winning time of possession at just under 10 minutes, 9:56 to our 7:02. So, but we've got 2 turnovers. Each team has 1 penalty. We are 0 for 2 on third down, though. That's not a great stat. They are 4 or 5. But we're winning the game, so, meh. according to the odds makers, it's still basically a 50-50 game. So 1 fumble, 1 interception, 2 drives. And that's our defense doing things, not our offense making mistakes. So Devin Lloyd, good job. Way to pick that out of the air. We got some Jags fans in the Bay Area. All right, 1st and 10 on the, let's call it 10.5-yard line. Trevor under center, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. Steps back, is going to quick throw to Brian Thomas Jr., who is going to get 7. Let's call that 7. $6 yards is what they're calling it. So 2nd and 4. Trevor's only 4 of 6 for 34 yards. I'm not as concerned about that because I think, like I said, I think it was going to be running back day. But under center, offset eye, hands it off to Tootin. Tootin gets 3 initially, gets stood up, flag. Looks like he fumbled it. Offensive line jumps on it. Let's see what the flag is. Let's see if they blew the play dead. Holding on us. 2nd down. All right, we're going to repeat 2nd down. We're going to back up a little bit. Tootin had an okay start. Yeah, he just... The guys on the line were holding our blocks. We just had a couple of guys, the linebackers didn't seem like they were accounted for, and he ran into the linebackers. So 2nd and 12 on the 8-yard line. Travis Hunter goes in motion. Trevor's in shotgun. Looks around. He's going to scramble, and now he's going to chuck it way over the head. Ball goes out of bounds. Another flag. One of the reasons I'm not good at this is I know everyone's name. I just can't recall them fast enough. All right, so they're going to huddle up, talk about what this flag is. Strange was out there. Trevor did a nice job of seeing that there was nothing going on, so he scrambled to his left. Holding again. Are you kidding me? Still 2nd down, so that's got to be half the distance. Trevor did a good job of kind of stepping up, starting to scramble. Kind of looked very Patrick Mahomes-y, but then saw Strange just sitting on the sideline, chucked it to him, but unfortunately his footwork was all over the place on that. So he sailed it over his head, which honestly is probably better than getting it in interception range. So we are way backed up. 2nd and 17 on our own 4. We just need positive yards here, and someone is taking a timeout. Niners take their first timeout. I do not expect to play this music the entirety of this broadcast. I would have had more than 3 songs in here. I'm getting a bot texting me doing the whole, whose number is this? Nobody. You get no response. Second and 17. Backed up in the shadow of our own end zone, and the Niners took a timeout, wanted to talk it over. I guess they want to figure out what blitz package they're going to throw at us. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Shanahan's yelling at a referee right now. He's not liking something. He's still yelling at a referee. Yes, I got the new sideline hat this year. I'm only putting it on because, in my opinion, this is a ripoff of what Shanahan's wife picked out for him like 3 years ago, which I thought was such a cool hat. And then New Air stole it and mass produced it, so whatever. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about. So, 2nd and 17 on the 4-yard line again. Shotgun. Just we're going to hand it off to ETN, who's going to bounce out and get 2. That's a play call. I mean, again, there aren't a lot of let's go get 17 yards plays, but the let's catch them off with a draw always seems weird for me. We're going no huddle, though. Trevor is in shotgun. ETN's 2 is right. Hike the ball. He's going to step back. He's in the end zone. He chucks it down the field. Travis Hunter makes a huge catch in the middle of the field. Easily gets the first down. Wow. That is, I mean, that is a, let's call it a 20-yard post. Goes in, immediately gets hit once the ball arrives. Juggles it, pulls it into his body. That is a great catch. Please don't tell me that they're going to, say that's not. Are they arguing over this? That was an amazing catch. I don't care. Should bring up 1st and 10. They're going to commercials, which means they're going to review that. If they overturn that, I'm going to be mad. He initially grabbed it. You see the ball bottle. You see him reestablish the catch and then go to the ground as the defender's hitting him. Unless he bobbled it to where we couldn't see it on that replay and it touches the ground. That's an amazing catch. I don't care. That got us all the way to the 35. So that's almost a 30-yard reception right there. Yeah, 29-yard reception. Right on the hash. That's a great catch. Great job for Trevor Lawrence. Hiked the ball. Was 3-4 yards deep in his own end zone. Went back, climbed the ladder again. Threw the ball on a rope. Hunter had to go up a little bit to get it, but I mean that is when you call a play, that's the execution you want to see on the other end of it. Because it was that type of skinny post, defender was on the outside, so the post takes Travis in, which means he's in between the ball and the defender. So it's super hard to defend. All you can do is hit him really hard and hope he drops it, which Travis did, but he was able to reestablish the catch. So good execution, good placement, good all-around play. Drive continues unless someone with video evidence convinces people it's not the right call or something. So once we get back from commercial break, it should be 1st and 10 on the... I started saying things, sorry. It should be 1st and 10 on the 35 with 11 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Jags lead 7-3. Since we're still in a long... Trevor's 4 of 6 for 55 yards. That's Travis Hunter's first catch for 29 yards. He's only been targeted the one time. All right, so we're coming back. Goes up, does bobble. Reestablishes, his knees are down. His elbows his forearms under the ball. I don't know what we're talking about here. There's no... Let's see what the... That's a better angle. His hand is still under the ball. I don't see where it actually touches the ground. It gets close. I'm not going to lie. But it looks like he keeps his body between the ball and the ground. Ew, that one's a little close. That one's a little close. I'm not going to lie. Like, you can infer that's probably what's happening. A little bit of the ball did actually touch the turf. But I don't see the ball physically touch the turf. What are we doing? Colin Field was a completed pass. All right, they did review it. It stands, which means they didn't confirm it, but it stands, which is good enough for me. That's why he's a good wide receiver. I I don't want to talk about whether or not he's going to be a great DB in this league, but that's why you get him in the first round. Whether you give up next year's first round as well, we can discuss later. But I mean, that's a great catch. That's a great physical, athletic words and things. This is why I didn't go to broadcast school. So yeah, again, like he stood in there, just toss it. All right, Trevor is under center. We got 3 wide receivers. ETN in the backfield just hands it off to ETN. Sutter steps, hits the line, is going to wind up getting about 5 on that one. So if he gets 5 on that one, should bring him up to about 76 yards rushing for ETN in the first half. What were my keys to the game again? Line of scrimmage, time of possession, turnover. We're doing pretty good on some of those. All right. Lawrence, he was under center and he was going to go into the shotgun. He's calling an audible. 4 wide receivers. ETN in the back, stays in the block. Just quick dump to... Is that Strange again? Yep, Strange for 6 yards. Quick, easy completion. Looked like they were bringing a blitz on it. So Trevor just audibled to a quick out for Strange. Ball was a little low, but he was easily able to go down there and get it. 1st and 10. If we're doing time syncs, 10 minutes, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 minutes on the dot. All right, from under center, just going to hand the ball back off to ETN. Doesn't get as much there. O-line got no push on that one. We're going to wind up getting about a yard. Oh. All right, Travis is in the shotgun. It looks like he's got Tootin to his right. Single receiver at the bottom, 2 receivers on top. And tight end as well. Yep, quick hitch to Tootin to the outside in the flat. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And it looks like Indianapolis just went ahead down in L.A. They've got a 10-6 lead. So 3rd and 1, 8 minutes, 50 seconds left. Ball's on the San Francisco 45. Trevor's under center. Tootin's about 7 yards behind him in a single back look. Looks like we've got 21 offense. Nope, we're just going to let that go down and take a timeout. I don't know if he was just looking. Oh, no, they're going to call a flag on it. We did not. That was not on purpose. We had 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers and a single back. So instead of being 3rd and 1, it is now going to be 3rd and 6 because of the delay of game. That is not good execution. We've had good execution on other points in this drive. We got some lopsided penalties. Jags have 4 penalties for 29 yards. San Francisco has committed 1 penalty for 5 yards. So we're shooting ourselves in the foot right now. We are controlling the time, though. Brock Purdy's just sitting there, admiring the view. So 3rd and 6. And blow the whistle dead again. What are we doing? Timeout. Our first charge timeout. All right, this is time. We're going to do stat review. We have 11 minutes, 58 seconds of time of possession to the Niners, 9 minutes, 56. I think this drive has been like 4 minutes long on its own. Total yards, 153 for the Jags, 120 for the Niners. Again, those 2 turnovers. We've gotten 7 first downs. The Niners have gotten 6. Again, we just talked about the penalties. So, all right, we are breaking the huddle. We're in shotgun. Tootin's to Trevor's right. It looks like we've got 4 wide receivers, 3 spread out on top. That might be Strange in the bottom. We got Washington in motion. Trevor takes the snap, looks around. Oh, yep, Strange, safety valve. Catches it right at the 1-yard line. Turns upfield, gets another about 7 yards. Trevor's going fast. Trevor's trying to keep momentum on this one. It's a good play. Again, we're doing good execution. Strange had a great way to get open. I think they're mainly just doing zones on these. All right, Trevor takes the snap out of the shotgun, chucks it to Brian Thomas Jr., who gets out of bounds just short of the first down. So it's going to be a 9-yard gain on first down. Brings up second. Second and 2. They're going to mark him out with 2nd and 2. We are on the 30-yard line of the Niners. We were just moving right now the last couple of plays. Breaks the huddle. Trevor's going to go under center. Tootin is the single back behind him. Looks like we got 3 tight ends all bunched on the bottom and Brian Thomas Jr. on the front. Strange is going in motion. Fake a handoff. End around. Brian Thomas Jr. is going to turn that corner. He's going to get the first down easily and about 4 more yards. Gets tackled out of bounds. Some trash talking going by the San Francisco defense. One of the tacklers. I would not be talking trash right now when you couldn't tackle him for a loss. You let him get 8 yards, so whatever. Tweets their own. That'll be Brian Thomas Jr.'s first rush. On paper, it got 7 yards. And the clock is still rolling, so we're just under 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Trevor Lawrence is under center. We're going to move in motion. Hands it off to Tootin. Finds a hole in the A-gap. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. It's going to wind up getting about 8. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Tootin's fast, man. Tootin is fast. This is a great run, too. Again, he just goes right up that A-gap, cuts it back after he's past the line of scrimmage. Kind of jukes out one of the linebackers. And then kind of just falls down. 99 rush yards versus San Francisco's 35. 2nd and 2, under center. We're going to tight end in motion. Trevor's going to roll out to his right. Look downfield. Throw it. That should be a catch for Long. We got a lot of tight ends in this game. Kind of just running around doing stuff. That'll put us in the red zone for the first time today. Yep, Hunter Long is going to pick up that for 11-yard reception. Oh, and Trevor knocks down one of the umpires. First and goal with 5:15 left in the game. On the 4-yard line, Trevor's under center. Tootin's single running back behind him. Fakes handoff to Tootin. He's just going to throw. We have flags. Multiple flags. But Hunter Long looks like he came down with that ball in the end zone. Let's find out what the laundry's all about. All right. I was not looking up. They're thanking everybody, so I think the flag is going to be on not us. I mean, Trevor just takes the ball, kind of stands there, surveys the field. Hunter Long didn't have a ton of room on that, but he had enough. Update the score. Extra point is good. 14-3. Hunter Long didn't have a lot of separation, but again, like one of my comments earlier, Trevor, led the ball, let him run to it. Defenders behind him is half a step behind him. Can't do anything except commit more penalties to try to stop the play. So that's good ball placement, good understanding of all we needed was 4. I mean, I'm used to saying positive things about the Jags and then having to throw in a but. I got no buts. All right, commercial. So that brings Trevor up to 10 of 12, 104 yards, and a touchdown. Trevor's thrown 2 incompletions. That's it. We have 5 minutes left in the half. That's pretty good, yeah. All right, let's get down to some stats. Travis Etienne has 8 carries for 77 yards. Christian McCaffrey has 8 carries for 26 yards. That's it. Brian Thomas Jr. has 3 receptions for 29 yards, which is not a huge amount. Pearson, their top wide receiver, has 3 catches for 43 yards as well. Let's see. Let's look at these receiving yards. Brian Thomas Jr. has 29. Hunter has 28. Strange has 24. Hunter Long has 15. Tootin has 8. I mean, that's pretty good distribution. 3-1, 3-2-1 as far as catches. I will say this: if we're trying to like make a list of positive negatives, I have not seen a lot of pressure on Brock Purdy. I also haven't seen Brock Purdy on the field in like 20 minutes, so you know that's good. Actually, let's get up and down. Yeah, 15 minutes and 3 seconds for time of possession for the Jags versus 9 minutes 56 seconds. That last drive took 8 minutes. And again, it started on the 11-yard line, and at one point we had 2 holding penalties back-to-back, so it was 2nd and 17. That drive could have easily died horribly and early and would have set up San Francisco with a really good field position, but we executed well when we needed to. All right, kicking the ball off. Everyone keeps slinging it to the left side of the field. I don't know what's going on. Ball's caught 1 yard deep, brings it out, gets stood up right on the 24-yard line. It'll be San Francisco ball, 1st and 10 on the 24 with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left. I would have to think with offense coming back online, having been sitting there for 8 minutes of game clock, they're going to pull out their big percentage plays. They're going to pull out kind of not chunk plays, but the goal for the Niners right now has to be long drive, points, eat 4 or 5 minutes off, or not 5, but 8 minutes off the clock. So, hikes the ball under center, just hands it off to McCaffrey, who gets about 4. Our defense isn't looking like amazing, fired up, but it's executing super well. I think they have good eye discipline going on today, where they're not trying to do too much. They're not getting out of their lanes. They're just doing their job. Brock Purdy is in shotgun. He's going to hike the ball. He's going to just check it down to his running back, who is going to get all of 2 yards. Lucan, the great tackle master Lucan, is right there. I mean, their O-line has good coverage for that. Sorry, that was I can't think of how to pronounce his last name. It's a tight end, not a running back. Jordan Lewis also assisted on that tackle, I believe. So shotgun for Purdy, Christian McCaffrey to his left, 2 wide receivers left, 1 goes in motion, 2 to the right. He's going to just chuck it 20 yards down the field over his intended target's head. That was 3rd down and 5. So this is 4th down and 5. So this, if you're a Niners fan, is the exact opposite of what you want. This is typically what a Jags offense would do, where they need to go get points and then they go with 3 and out. But I say the defense doesn't look flashy. We do have those 2 turnovers and concurrent drives, but I mean, aside from those, and it's hard to say. Like, we're so far ahead on time of possession right now. 4th and 5, they're just punting it from their own 20-yard line. We're going to run up, fair catch it at our 29-yard line. Does Parker Washington. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line when we get back from commercials. All right, so for those of you that are watching, this is Jacking It Up, a Jaguars podcast by Jaguars fans for Jaguars fans. My name is Josh Slater. I will be your one and only host today. I'm normally joined by my partner in crime. He was unable to join today. This is our first play-by-play session simulcast. This past Wednesday was our first podcast episode. We try to do podcasts every Wednesday. All Jags, 90% Jags. We do talk about some other fascinating topics. If you're just joining us for this game, it's 14-3 Jags over San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco. Highlights of the games. We have 2 takeaways, of which we have scored both of our touchdowns off those takeaways. We had a fumble recovery, which was immediately followed by a 48-yard Travis Etienne run. And then we had a Devin Lloyd interception, which put us up on the 11-yard line, our own 11-yard line. We had a wonderful 8-minute drive going all the way down the field to score our second touchdown. We are now at 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second quarter. It is 1st and 10. I never fully realized until I started doing this play-by-play today how many players we have with a first name of T. So I'm getting a lot of Trevors and a lot of Travises mixed up in my head. So if I say the wrong thing, I apologize. But the one that's the quarterback is in shotgun with, it looks like Etienne to his right. 2 wide receivers down below, one up top. That's a miscommunication. Brian Thomas Jr. was on a go route. Trevor expected him to about 10 yards stop and do a comeback. The safety was drifting over, so a go route probably wouldn't have been the best thing. And also the defender had positioned him. Trevor's saying it's his fault, but that's somebody read the wrong route tree number. So now we're in shotgun. Etienne to his right. Someone else to his left. Travis Hunter to his left. Screen. Wide receiver screen that goes nowhere. We're going to lose 3 yards on that. That's going to be 3rd down and 13. 3rd down and 11. Sorry. But that was San Francisco defense smelled that out immediately. And this is what I was just saying. For the Niners, this is them going 3 and out is something we would normally do. And now look at us. We're going possibly 3 and out. It's 3rd and 11. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. We are on our 28-yard line. Trevor's in a shotgun. Got 3 wide receivers to the top. Tootin in the backfield. Strange crossing, wide open. Puts his hand up. Oh! Strange put his hand up. Trevor threw it slightly behind him, and he almost batted it to the linebacker coming over, who almost picked that up off the ground. So we're gonna be happy with a punt at this point. Very happy with the point, because that could have been horrible. Yeah, he just puts a hand up. It's a little bit behind him. Linebacker was right there, crawling all over him. So we're going to punt. 4th and 11 from our own 15-yard line. Moonball all the way down the field. He's going to feel... Oh! He did not call for a fair catch. Oh, whoa! Flags. Flags are coming in. All right. So 2 of our defenders tackled the Niner right as the ball arrived. on, I believe, their 25-yard line, 35-yard line. I mean, one did go for his legs, and then someone else came up around his midsection. They threw a flag, so I'm curious as to see what this flag is. Let's see what they call. So yeah, they're calling it with fair catch interference. I never saw him throw his hand up. I mean, granted, I'm not the guy. He's all right. They're showing a replay. He's just zoning it in. He never on that clip never put his hand above his head. Never once did that. So unless he called for a fair catch the moment ball hit foot, I don't know when he called for that fair catch. Regardless, God, they got great field position. 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. Brock Purdy under center. He's going to fake a handoff to Christian McCaffrey. Look down the field. He's got all sorts of time. And he's going to skip it off the hands of his intended wide receiver. We had a defender in the area that probably could have picked that up if his head was on a swivel, but it was a nice, easy check down, and luckily a little too hot for the wide receiver to handle. What are Brock's numbers? Brock is 8 of 13 for 87 yards. He's in shotgun now. Christian McCaffrey off to his right. Passing play. Once again, throws a hot ball. McCaffrey can't handle it. Just bounces off his hands and falls aimlessly to the ground. That is unusual to see two very similar pass outcomes at the same time. Yeah, he just closed his hands too much. I think McCaffrey was expecting the hit or looking for the hit. I mean, staring right at the ball, though. Yeah. Anyways, 3rd and 10. That's their 4th drop pass today. Join the club. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Not much time off because all the incompletes. Decent pass rush. Purdy completes it over to the middle, just off the ground to Tongs, number 88. Is that enough for a first? They're saying it's 1st and 10, so yeah, okay. 45-yard line of the Jags, and I think somebody's taking a timeout. All right, we are headed to commercials, it looks like. Niners trying to get some points on the board before we go into halftime. They had the ball first for kickoffs. That means we get it back after halftime. Be a great thing to stop them right here. Let's look at some scores. Indianapolis 10-13 with 7 seconds left in the half down in L.A. Kansas City losing by a point, 7-6 at home versus Baltimore. Chicago, Vegas. Chicago has got 3. Vegas is 7. And those are all of the other games heading on right now. 4 o'clock time slot. You don't have to compete with a lot of people, but probably still not a lot of people watching this game because the NFL does not like the Jaguars. We're only in the 4 o'clock time slot because it's on the West Coast and they have to do it that way. Taking a water drink. I mean, 14-3, if this is the score going into the half, I might not have to break out the bourbon ahead of time. So all right, Trevor, because of that last 3 and out, his stats aren't as great. 11 of 15 for a touchdown, or 11 of 15 with a touchdown for 103 yards. Purdy is 9 of 15 for 101 yards. but he has an interception. Travis Etienne, 77 yards on 8 carries and a touchdown. Again, 48 of that was 1 carry. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards on 9 carries, so he is right around 3 yards a carry. Brian Thomas Jr. has 3 catches for 29 yards. Pearsall has 3 catches for 43 yards. Aluakon has 3 tackles, and their leading tackler has 5. All right, we are back from commercial break. What are we looking at? Is this that? Oh, I completely missed the play, guys. I'm sorry. Brock Purdy was in shotgun, fired out to Christian McCaffrey, who completely whiffed on it. But he got to see Josh Hines Allen up close. So now it's 2nd and 10, 1:56 left on the 45-yard line. Purdy in a shotgun, drops back. He's going to take off and run. The one time our defensive lineman got a really good push to kind of like go backwards, Brock was like, yeah, I'll just run. I mean, it was a big open pocket there, but I mean, that's the most downfield I've seen 3 of our guys in one play. Unfortunately, it brings up a first down, so it is 1st and 10. It was 1st and 10, and we're going to get a false start. 3 different refs threw flags on that. It was that obvious. They're going to huddle up because I think they're going to talk about a 10-second runoff because we're within 2 minutes, or if they need to start the clock. Previous play was an incomplete pass, so the clock was not running. But time is of the essence. What are we still talking about, guys? Come on. All right, Brock Purdy is in shotgun. Looks like they're still holding the play for some reason. False start. Yeah, false start. So they'll make it 1st and 10. They're backing him up 5 yards. And they're going to do a 10-second runoff. Oh, yeah. Purdy's just like trying to direct his wide receiver, and one of his offensive linemen just starts doing the play. Ball has to do move before you can do play. He's still, I think it's the center. He's still trying to like, can I lean over now and we can get started? And the line judge is like, no, stand up. We take more time. All right. Hike the ball out. A shotgun. Oh! He's going to get out of that. Okay, sorry. Again, my first time ever doing this. Brock Purdy was in shotguns. Hiked the ball. We were all over him. It looks like Hines Allen grabbed him by the ankle. Purdy was able to throw it down the field. Looks like a completion initially, but I think upon review he might have trapped it. But that is the 2nd time in the last couple of plays that Hines Allen has made his presence known for Brock Purdy. So, yep, that's an incomplete. 2nd and 15. Brock Purdy in the shotgun. McCaffrey next to him. Check down. They're going to lateral it to McCaffrey, who is going to get the first down. That was a design lateral. So, basically, wide receiver does a shallow 5-yard cross. McCaffrey comes out of the backfield, running the other way. Wide receiver catches it. Just, if you've seen Travis Kelce do it, it's the Travis Kelce play. Travis Kelce does it randomly. It looks like that one was designed. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 18. Shotgun formation. Hike the ball. Complete pass is going to wind up getting 10 yards to the outside. We just hit the 1 minute mark. We're Wide receiver ran out of bounds to stop the clock, but we are in red zone territory. This will be the Niners. I don't know if this is their first or second trip to the red zone. They had that field goal earlier. Jennings, good catch out of bounds. Nobody near him. I think we've dropped to zone for this, but Brock Purdy's breaking the huddle. Looks like he's going to be in shotgun. Christian McCaffrey to his left. We got 2 wide receivers down, 2 wide receivers up. Just a straight handoff in the A gap. Christian McCaffrey, he's going to get 2. Meets a whole bunch of teal jerseys. Bring up 2nd and goal. Looks like somebody took a timeout because the clock is not moving. Yeah, somebody took a timeout. We are going to commercials. So coming up is halftime. I probably will step away for a moment because I have to go get food, get some more water, and prep the bourbon because it looks like we're going to have a closer game at halftime than we were originally expecting. It is 2nd and goal with 54 seconds left. The 49ers are driving. They are on the 6-yard line of the Jacksonville Jaguars in the red zone. Purdy in shotgun hikes the ball, slings it. Incomplete. That's incomplete, right? Yeah. Slings it about a foot off the ground. Wide receiver was not able to bring it in, but that would have been a touchdown. It would have been a nice play, but looks like he just did a 5-yard cross, and Purdy just put it at his ankles. Oh, he wasn't going to be able to complete the catch. Oh, yeah, it just went through his hands. That would be the 4th pass that's just gone through people's hands on this drive. All right, 3rd and goal, 50 seconds left. Purdy still in the shotgun. McCaffrey to his left. Trips left. Wide receiver in motion to the right. And get him. Brock Purdy escapes. We had 2 Jaguars in the pocket standing right next to him. All they do is reach out and grab him. Purdy escaped, ran for what looks like would have been a 1-yard loss, but at the very end, he just throws the ball away. Devin Lloyd was making a beeline for him, but he just chucked it before he stepped out of bounds. So that brings up 4th and goal. They are on for a field goal attempt. This looks like it's a 23-yard attempt. He made a 26 earlier. Kick is up, is through the uprights, and is good. So we're looking at a Jaguars 14, San Francisco 49ers 6. We have 40 seconds left in the half. Trevor Lawrence is going to come back out. And I don't want to demean anybody that no longer works with this team. But there were a lot of times where we would be in games like this where we would be the ones that are down, 40 seconds left in the half, and we just go out there and take a knee. I've never understood it, especially when we have a coach who is like, go for it on 4th down every time, but he doesn't want to be aggressive in that situation. I understand bad things can happen that close to an end. You want to kind of just cut your loss and go in and regroup. But, I mean, just ETN, on the A-gap and see what happens type thing. So we'll see. They're doing a sizzle reel for the first half highlights right now. We're going to come back. We're going to kick the ball off. Jags are going to get the ball. And Jags are going to get the ball coming out of halftime as well. It'd be nice to spend 40 seconds trying to go down the field and get some more points. But anyways, kickoff, fielded at the goal line. Oh, he breaks some tackles. He's through. He's going to get tripped up at the 50-yard line. Is that Tootin? God, that kid is fast. Tootin's going to take it just past the 50. I think they might mark him down at the 45 of the Jags. That's great field position. I mean, he caught it on the goal line, followed his blocks. There's like a cornerback that came out of nowhere. Other than that, he had the kicker to account for, and he could have been gone. but instead it is 1st and 10 with 32 seconds left on the 47-yard line. We are on the correct side of the field. And yeah, we're definitely going to go. Trevor's the only person in the backfield. He's going to do a check down to the outside, run out of bounds. Flag. Why is there a flag? We've committed a good amount of penalties in this game. Face mask on the defense. I will take it. That's only like the Niners' 3rd penalty. So they've had a very clean game. We have not so much. Penalties, yeah. 5 penalties. We've had 5 penalties. They've had 3. So that's would only be their 3rd accepted penalty. Yep, 5-3. So now Trevor in the shotgun. Brian Thomas Jr. in motion to the top side. It looks like Tootin's standing next to Trevor. 1st and 10. He's going to chuck it up to Brian Thomas, who's going to 12-yard reception, step out of bounds. 21 seconds left. First down. Who are these guys in teal that know how to execute plays in a proper manner? Like, what is going on? They're doing the replay. That's absolutely man. And that wide receiver, that cornerback was 100%. He's staring at Trevor the whole time, but you could tell by his body language he was expecting to go route. All right, once again, Trevor and shotgun's going to send Walker in motion. That's a false start all day long on us. That's the easiest call they're going to make. Yeah, we're going to go back 5 yards. 10 yards. What's a false start? 5 yards? Yeah, 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15, 21 seconds left. We got time. We have 1 timeout left. Only 1 timeout left. Yeah, we are double their penalties. We have 6 penalties of 49 yards. Niners have 3 penalties for 25 yards. So that's the biggest thing San Francisco's winning right now. Each team has 1 timeout left. Again, it'll be 1st and 15 on the San Francisco 19. So we are in the red zone. We don't need everything. We can probably get 2 quick passes. One of them, the second one complete. Stop the clock. All right. Shotgun formation. And it's not Tootin. Looks like we got 3 wide receivers standing on the bottom of the screen, 1 on the top. Trevor's looking towards the top. Throws it to Hunter across the middle. Completes the pass to the 10-yard line. We're not running. Did we? Yep, we just took our final timeout. 15 seconds left. Realistically, 2nd down. That's more important than the 15 seconds. Pass play, as long as Trevor doesn't take a sack, he can throw the ball away. Stop the clock. We only need 5 seconds to do a field goal. If we can stop the clock with 5 seconds left because of an incompletion, we can get the field goal unit on the field. So we got 2nd down and 3rd down to try to get in the end zone. As long as Trevor doesn't force it into bad coverage, which a lot of this has been looking zone most of the game. As long as that offensive line can give him time, maybe a little rollout. Etienne's in the backfield with him in shotgun. Etienne goes in motion. Nobody moved with him, so this is probably zone. Takes a step. He's going to check it down to Etienne, who's only going to get 2. They don't have timeout. 7, 6, 5. Spike it. 2 seconds left. That's enough. Bring the field goal unit out. That's a good. Wasn't great execution. We didn't get yardage, but the execution to get back up on the line, spike the ball with 2 seconds left. This feels very un-Jaguar-y. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused. This is not the team I'm used to. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. All right, kick is up. It is good. Straight down the middle. That's going to end the half. 17-6. We are in halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Let's review some stats real quick before I take a step away. I mean, all in all, good play. We are executing well on offense when we need to. We are executing well on defense. Total yards, 232 for the Jags, 174 for the Niners. 2 takeaways. And I mean, this is going to be the biggest one. 16 minutes, 41 seconds for the Jags versus 13:21 for the Niners. So not a huge gap there, but enough. And again, like I said at the top of the hour, if we win turnovers, time of possession, and line of scrimmage, whoever can get 2 of those 3 is going to win this game. And as of now, the Jags are kind of winning all of that. So I'm going to take a step away because I have to go get some food. But I will be back momentarily. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we start doing our live streams, as well as drop a comment in the chat, please. And I will be back in a minute.
Wait, let me be on it.
No.
Wait, let me be. I want to be on it.
No.
Hi. Wait, can they see me?
No.
Can they hear me?
All right, we are back. Excuse me. And we've already had the opening half kickoff. We're at first and 10 on the 35-yard line. Trevor's under center. Hands it off to Travis Etienne, who gets about back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And there's the teenager sitting over my shoulder who wants to get on the
Hi.
Yeah.
Nice to meet y'all.
Let's go Jags, yeah.
James, we need some more graphics on the screen rather than looking at your mug.
Okay, you don't have to read the chat. All right. Shotgun Trevor. Quick pass down to one of the tight ends. Strange. Hopefully it's not Strange. He looks injured. Gets about 6. Yeah, that is definitely Strange. And he is definitely favoring his right elbow as he runs off the field. These are all the graphics you get, James. These are all the graphics you get. At least they're actual graphics this time and not a PowerPoint. All right, so we're going to break the huddle. This is going to be 3rd and 2. We are 2 for 6 for third down conversions. Hunter goes in motion. We hand it back off to Etienne, who is going to get be a yard short. There's no way. Yeah, 4th down. So, very Jacksonville Jaguar like. We go 3 and out on our opening drive in the second half, where we should be getting more points. Yeah, there was no, like, he ran right into the A gap, and there was, our O-line had no push. We had pulled, it looked like some tight ends around, but where the tight ends were pushing and trying to make a hole is not where ETN was running. Ooh, we are going for it. Trevor's going to walk up under center. Looks like we're on our big package. 1 wide receiver down low, and I don't know if we try. Yeah, it's going to wind up being a false start on us because one of our guys just barreled into the defensive line, completely unprovocated. So give that one to the home crowd. So instead of 4th and 1, it is going to be 4th and 6. Oh, they stomped their foots. He did a little foot stompy and made our guy jump. So, all right. Well, we tried and we failed. Let's give that up to play clock down or quote. Yeah, I don't have the bandwidth to keep up with all of that, James, because I think all of that I would have to manually type in. So, all right, we're going to punt it. 4th and 6. And did not call for a fair catch again. We are not there to tackle him, but we do trip him up. It'll be first and 10, San Francisco on the 28-yard line. Teenager left her soda in here. Trying to eat my late lunch, early dinner. Sorry, we are in commercials. So after a first half of the Jags looking uncharacteristically efficient, we start the second half by immediately going 3 and out and punting the ball. So par for the course. Probably going to be a lot of leaning on defense again. Again, we are up 17-6 because of 2 defensive takeaways. We've got 2 touchdowns off 2 takeaways and 2 back-to-back drives. That is basically the reason we have an 11-point lead at this point. Aside from that one stat, both teams look pretty even. I will say this, on that last scoring drive, we looked very good, very efficient with a 91-yard 89-yard drive where we were able to convert on the downs we needed to convert on. So, all right, we were back live. Brock Purdy was under shotgun, hands it off to... Sorry, I got distracted. There was some hand fighting after the play. Handed it off to Christian McCaffrey, who gets a couple of yards. So it'll bring up 2nd and 6. All right, shotgun formation on 2nd and 6. Niners have it on their 31-yard line. Fake handoff. Oh, good job. Tight end kind of just went in the middle of the zone, got open. Purdy hit him right in the chest. That'll bring up a 3rd. I think most people bit on the fake handoff to McCaffrey. Brock Purdy kind of just screwed it to his right, and then, yeah, the dead center of that zone, his tight end just had a skinny post into, and he put it right in the breadbasket. I mean, we hit him immediately after, so there wasn't much of a gain. Ooh, Johnson is out. Looks like he is walking off injured. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the San Francisco. Early on in this 3rd quarter, they are on the 45-yard line of the Jaguars. Brock Purdy sends a man in motion, sends McCaffrey in motion, takes it from under center, hikes the ball, has plenty of time, looks downfield, and slings it out of bounds. Incomplete pass out of bounds. And that wide receiver is shooken up. That's Ricky Pearsall, who has 4 receptions on the afternoon for 46 yards. So he's probably one of their top performers right now. He just extends out, gets shoved out of bounds, doesn't come down with the ball, and just lands awkwardly. So he might just be a little shooken up. He's sitting on the sideline. Classic I formation. Purdy under center, hikes the ball, hands it off to McCaffrey. He goes to the left and gets a handful of yards. That'll probably bring up 3rd and 4, it looks like. 3rd and 6. I can't count. 3rd and 6. That puts, that is McCaffrey's 12th carry, puts him up to 40 yards. They quickly, shotgun formation. Purdy hikes the ball, throws it again, middle of the field. Wide receiver extends, grabs it. Good enough for a 1st down for Jennings. That middle of the field seems to be open. We are not getting home with the pass rush the way we should. It looks like that was man, and we just switched off our cornerbacks, but he just had a decent step in the middle of the field. And at this rate on this drive, when Purdy wants to throw it down the field, he's not looking anywhere. He's just dropping straight back and looking straight ahead and throwing it 10 yards straight ahead. So that was a good completion for 14 yards. 1st and 10 on the 26, and we're taking a timeout. Niners take their first timeout. This might stand. Yes, James, we are still live. I'll do a timer sync in a second once they put the game clock back up, if that'll help. Right now, in the timeout, we have 10 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third quarter. It is 1st and 10. The Jags 26. Purdy's under center. He sends a man in motion. He's going to fake it to the end around and then toss it to McCaffrey, who's going to pick up about 4 on the outside. That was an old school single back toss. It looks like San Francisco's play call. I don't watch a lot of San Francisco games, but a lot of their play call seems like it is, I don't know, straight out of like Madden 99. So a lot of sweeps, a couple counters, just, I mean, a true I formation. It's the first time I've seen I formation in forever. But they are driving. It is 2nd and 6 with 9 minutes, 33 seconds, 32 seconds, 31 seconds, 30 seconds. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Under center. Yeah, it was interesting. It almost looked okay. We are going to. So sorry. Let me take a step back. Purdy took it from under center, hiked the ball, did a quick. I don't even want to call it a slant. It was probably just a 6-yard go come back. No, it was a slant. They're going to get Campbell on pass interference. Campbell was holding both his hands, so maybe it wasn't the best play call or execution on the Niners' part, but it was a great throw it to the guy that's going to commit a penalty play. So that'll bring up 1st down. Jaguars have committed 8 penalties for 60 yards. That is killing us right now. If we lose this game, it's going to be because of that stat. 1st and 10 for the Niners on the 15-yard line. Purdy's under center. He's going to fake handoff to a hook out. Toss it to tight end in the flat, who bobbles it and drops it. There is a flag on the field, probably on us, because that's just the way it's going. They're going to have a little powwow, figure it out, and they're going to tell us. Holding on defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. So the guy that forced the fumble first, just hooks the tight end as he runs past him. That's a blatant and obvious penalty. And once again, Purdy's like, I'll just throw it at the guy that committed the penalty. So that'll put it 1st and goal on the 10-yard line. I formation, hands it off to a running back that is not Christian McCaffrey, who's going to get about 1 yard. I think at this point, they're kind of happy to be where they are. As far as they didn't go 3 and out, which is good. So they're producing on offense way better than they were at the end of the first half. 2nd and goal from the, let's call it 8. Drop back, shuttle pass to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to fight, tumble, and bounce into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a very good play call. Basically, he fakes a handoff to Christian McCaffrey, who runs to the line of scrimmage, turns around, Purdy shuttle passes it to him, and he just runs in from there. So they faked an end around or moved a guy in motion. Smoot completely over pursued. Let Christian McCaffrey, stand in the wing. Our ends are not getting to Brock Purdy. Oh, they're going for 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going for 2. It's 17-12. They're going to 2 to make it a 3-point game. Brock Purdy in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Christian McCaffrey to his right, who goes in motion. Purdy's just standing there. Now he's going to scramble backwards, flick it to the end zone. Caught. 2 points are good. That wide receiver now is hurt. He is on the ground grabbing his midsection. That's Jennings. That is not good for San Francisco. But again, like, we are not getting to Brock Purdy at all in this game. Like, he had all the time in the world to look at all of his receiver options, which is, I mean, it's a 4-man rush. We didn't blitz them. It's a 4-man rush, so we had 7 in coverage, trying to cover 4 wide receivers and a Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy had so much time, he kind of just stood there and then ran to the hash, made a sandwich, and tossed it to Jennings in the end zone. So that's going to have to tighten up a little bit. So that's 2 points for them. So it is now 14-17, but their best wide receiver of the day was jogging on the sideline because he got injured, and Jennings, who's kind of their number 1 overall wide receiver, was grabbing his midsection on the ground. So that's what we're dealing with right now, and we're in commercial break. James, hopefully you got caught up and you can hear us live. Yeah, Brock Purdy now has 180 yards through the air. McCaffrey's still only at 45 for rushing. It's gonna be a fun second half. I'm just gonna go ahead and excuse me 1 second. Just gonna get this ready. I hate this mic stand. I'm just gonna get this ready for later. So normally I am joined by my friend and partner in Jags fandom, Mr. Charles Griggs. Charles is the eternal optimist when it comes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am a demonstrative realist, is a phrase I stole from a flat earther. And if we're going off the normal script the Jags play with, we went 4 and out when we were leading. We let them run down the field and score and get within 3 points. Yep, Jennings is going under the tent. Jennings is in the blue tent. So typical Jag scripting of the past says that we are either about to throw an interception or go miserably fast, 3 and out, and then let them go back down the field and take the lead. But we'll see what happens. Niners kick it off. It's fielded on the 3-yard line. That looks like it could have been a face mask. Tootin's doing a good job. If that is Tootin. I think that's the other rookie running back. Does a pretty good job getting out to about the 30. Looks like Jennings is no longer under the tent, but Trevor Lawrence brings everyone to the huddle. He is 16 of 21, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, just over 100 on the passer rating. So he's under center. Looks like we got a couple wide receivers and tight ends standing up on the bottom side. Fakes the handoff to ETN, looks to his left, and horribly misses on Travis Hunter, who was open by about 2 yards and going towards the end zone to go back to the ball, but Trevor put it about 3 yards to his left at about his knees. So I feel like I've seen this play before. So 2nd and 10 on the 28-yard line. Trevor is in shotgun. Travis is to his left, hikes the ball, surveys the field, and threw it to ETN, but it looked like it stayed glued to his hand. Like, I have seen this movie before. So yeah, he's trying to throw it to Travis in the flat, and he just squishes it out of his hand, and it just falls to the ground. Luckily, there wasn't a defender around to pick it up. But, yep, it's bourbon o'clock. It is 3rd and 10. Shotgun, 5 wide receivers. Looks like Tootin just moved to the backfield and standing to the left of Trevor, who audibles. Looks like they're going to bring a blitz. They do. And Trevor, what is going on? Flag. Probably on us because they stopped the play dead. They do that on offense. False start. I need more bourbon. Yeah, it's a zero blitz. They did rotate their secondary to accommodate for it, but God. All right, 3rd and 15. I'm going to spill bourbon on me. 3rd and 15 from the 23-yard line. Shotgun. Trevor steps back, climbs the... Called it! Interception, and they're still running it back. Interception. Yep, he's going to return it to about the 12-yard line. Flag. Flag might be the only thing that saves us, but I mean, I called it. Trevor's staying on the field. Pass interference on the defense. All right. So that's going to save possibly the whole drive if it's spotted well enough to give us a first down. Looks like it was the guy covering. It's the guy that possibly that got the interception. He was covering Travis Hunter. Kind of just tugged on Travis Hunter. Yep. That's enough for a first down. 1st and 10 on the 36. I formation, shuttle pass to Travis Etienne, who breaks a couple blocks, is in the open field, gets it all the way down to the 45 of the Niners. That is a turnaround. That is a positive play after the last 5 plays have not been positive at all. That penalty might prove... Niners have not committed a lot of penalties, but that penalty right there might prove very detrimental. We will have to wait and see. Almost got a face mask at the end. But yeah, good running from Travis Etienne today. Good running, period. All right, Trevor's going to take the snap from under center. Going to hand it back off to Travis, who is patient, waits for the B gap to be there. It's going to get 5 yards. He took the ball, went up to the line of scrimmage. His A gap was completely filled. The B gap opened up. He kind of sidestepped over there and got a couple yards. And now he is over 100 yards for the game. 102 yards for the game. Again, 48 of those came on one play. But it's a good stat line nonetheless. 100-yard games for running backs are always good. Looks like we send man in motion. We're under center. Etienne's in the backfield. Hand off to him again. He's going to break to the outside. There is a flag on the field. Etienne's going to get tackled for a 2-yard loss. But let's find out what that looks like. They're going to do illegal shift. We got some jawing going on too between Patrick and one of the cornerbacks, and we have a man down. Yeah, I would keep the result of the play if it. They lost ground on the. If they accept it, we get to do the play over. If they don't accept it, it's result of the play, which is a 2-yard loss. Illegal shift. Yeah, declined. They're gonna take the. They're going to take that down. Brian Thomas Jr. was the guy that's down. He is on the sideline now on the bench. He's leaning over in pain from what it looks like. A lot of this game has been not Brian. Brian Thomas Jr., he got the first catch of the game. So you could tell they kind of wanted to go to him early, but they haven't been doing it consistently. So we're going to break the huddle. Looks like Trevor's going to be in shotgun with Allen Jr. to his right. We got 4 wide receivers all standing up. Strange goes in motion. He's looking to change his way, and that ball is just going to be swatted down by a linebacker. Let's see him bring up 4th and 7. So, I mean, at the end of the drive, I was wrong. We did not throw an interception, and we did not go 3 and out. So those are positives. But it's disappointing to see a drive end that way when you did have that good run by ETN. I thoroughly hate this mic stand. All right, we're going to punt it from about the 50-yard line. It's going deep. Looks like it's going to be fielded. Nope. It bounced on the 10. One of our coverage guys was able to swat it, but he was standing in the end zone when he did it. So he might as well not have been there at all. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Niners ball on the 25 via a touchback. This might be another one of those games where defense has to bail us out. If anybody out there has a recommendation on a good mic arm that I can do this and it doesn't completely fall apart, that'd be great. Especially if it's under $100. So. All right, let's look at some stat lines. Actually, let's not look at some stat lines. Let's look at some scores. So Indianapolis is down in LA. Looks like they're losing 10-13 with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Kansas City has stood up and decided to play football for a game. They're beating the Baltimore Ravens in Kansas City 27-10. In our fourth game that is live, Chicago versus Las Vegas. Chicago is up by 2 points with a score of 16-14. So we got a couple games actually in the 4 o'clock time slot that mean a lot to the AFC South, which is probably not a usual thing. But the Colts, who lead the division, down by 3. They do have the ball. It looks like they are driving and in the red zone. So Daniel Jones, 19 of 26 for 221 yards and 1 interception. I mean, I'm a big proponent of if it happens once, it could be a fluke. If it happens 2 or 3 times, it could be a trend. If you have the characteristics, consistency of a team through 4 weeks, that's your personality. That's who you are. And there you go. Colts just went up 17-13. The Colts might be for real, everybody. The Colts might jump up and be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC South. So Houston apparently is not. They did win the battle of the bottom today. Brock Purdy in shotgun with McCaffrey to his left. Fakes handoff. Chucks it downfield straight to... Oh, Devin Lloyd gets his second interception of the game. He threw it right to Devin Lloyd. That's amazing. I mean, so the last drive where I kept saying Brock Purdy was just dropping back and throwing it straight in front of him, it's basically all he did again. They're lined up on the left hash. Still not getting a huge amount of pressure in his face. And he just, either the wide receiver didn't come in enough or what. We got tipped a little bit. That Smoot? It might have been Smoot who tipped it and basically sent it to Devin Lloyd. Gift wrapped and all. So what did I just say? Defense, you're going to have to step up in this game. It is now 1st and 10, Jags on the 27-yard line. Handoff to ETN. Huge hole in the B gap. Easy 7 yards up to about the 21. That's great. 7-yard run for ETN. He's going to just keep adding those numbers. Brock commits his second interception of the game. Domingo, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. That is, I mean, is it 2017? I mean, again, like, we're talking about trends and 4-game trends. Trevor's under center, single back. He's going to just hand it to ETN one more time, who again bounces to the B gap. Not a lot, but should be enough for the first down. But wait, there is a flag. And again, yep, on us. Holding. That's probably why the B gap was open. ETN goes out. Tootin comes in. We're going to back up. Penalty yards per game this season, 72.7, fourth most in the NFL, and we've already got 80 today. They're showing a close-up of somebody's hands, and he's wearing teal, so I don't know who that is. But Trevor's standing in a shotgun all by his lonesome. It's 2nd and 13 on the 32-yard line. Takes a snap, drops back, and he is going to sling it out to Travis Hunter over his head. Travis Hunter was blanketed by the time that ball got to him. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Trevor's trying to direct some traffic. I think he's trying to say who he wants personnel-wise. This is our third takeover. This is our third turnover of the day. The other two went for touchdown seats. All right, shotgun snap. There you go. He's going to check it down to Hunter, who fumbles the ball. There's a scrum. It looks like a Jaguar fell on it. They haven't made a signal yet. Niners claim it's theirs. There we go. All right, it's Jags ball, 4th down. Let's look at this again. I mean, Trevor climbed the ladder. He pump fakes and then kind of sidearms it to Travis Hunter. Yeah, 54 just comes in there with a club on his hand basically and punches that ball out. Luckily, the running back was right next to him and can pick that ball up. Yeah, Fred Warner on the Niners linebacker did a great job of punching that ball out. Looks like we're going to go for a 47-yard field goal attempt. That was almost blocked. Slight hook to the left, but it's going to go up and through for a field goal for the Jags. Punch the 3 button. It is now 20-14. 20-14, and we're going to commercial. As always, Jacksonville Jaguar games are sponsored by Bourbon. Bourbon. Can't get through a game without it. I'm going to mute this microphone real quick and see if I can adjust it. So the problem isn't with the mic arm isn't whatever. Like if I rotate it clockwise as I'm seeing it, it tightens. But the moment I try to push it even a little bit counterclockwise, it just like drops and because it completely loosens, and I hate it. I gotta find a better one. Let's take a trip around the league, as they say. So yeah. Indianapolis has the ball back again already, up by 4, winning 17-13 with 10 minutes 54 seconds left in that game. Baltimore has the ball back, trailing by 2 touchdowns to Kansas City. They've got 7:22 in the third left, so they got plenty of game left if they want to decide to feed the king on that one. And Vegas and Chicago are still a 2-point game. So, nope. That's a lie. It is now 20-16. Las Vegas just scored a touchdown, so they should be going for an extra point in a second. So, looks like Vegas could be up by 5. We're here in the Jaguars. We have 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in the third. Jaguars are kicking the ball off. They're going to field it about a yard deep in the end zone and just take a knee. They're going to get a touchback and bring this back out. So, I mean, I want to talk about Brock Purdy a little bit. He's not having a great game. Jennings is back on the field, which is great for them. Let me see, where are my stats? Give me my stats. Player stats. But the other wide receiver, Pearsall, is still on the sideline. We have not seen him play on the field in a while. So Purdy's going to take it from center, I formation, just toss it to McCaffrey, who's going to get about a yard, and that's it. I mean, that's probably the best one of the best reactions we've seen from this front five all game, as far as like kind of understanding where that's going to go and how that's going to look. But going back to Brock Purdy, he is 14 of 26, 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, which if you ignore that last column, he's got a better game than Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence only has 144 yards. All right, right now, 2nd and 9. Brock Purdy's under center, singles back. McCaffrey hands it straight off to him. Same thing. Penetration by Smoot, and then Lloyd and Campbell finish it off for a 1-yard loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. I mean, defense for especially these last 2 plays is here. I think San Francisco's idea was we'll just run the ball and establish ourselves physically, but like that is not happening. That's not happening on this drive, at least. Christian McCaffrey only has 46 yards on 15 carries. So it's 3rd and 9 on the 36. We have a tee back for the first time in forever. So Brock Purdy's in shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs. And, that could have been amazing. Purdy tossed it up to the middle of the field, wide open. Wide receiver, nobody within 10 yards of him. He could have caught that in stride and ran for another 10, 15 yards from the 50. That could have been a huge play. And he just drops it. I mean, hits one hand and just drops it. That's a nightmare. So that's going to bring up a punt on 4th down. They have not punted a lot. We're going to field it at the 15. Parker Washington's going to make a couple of guys miss. Oh, my God. Parker Washington is in open field. Parker Washington has the punter to beat, and that's it. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Parker Washington. What? Oh, my God. That is amazing. When's the last time we had one of those? That is a huge sequence of events for the defense to set up the punt. Amazing blocking. Oh, by the way, no laundry. There's no flags on this. That could have been a block in the back right there. But anyways, he just finds a line and just turns on the burners and is gone. Little showboat in the end. But yeah, poor punter. Poor punter. Didn't even get to line up for to try to tackle a Parker Washington, just ran right past him. There you go. That's what speed does. That's what speed does. We're going for a 2-point attempt. Oh, okay. Trevor's in a shotgun. 2 wide receivers bottom, 2 wide receivers top. Gets tipped right at the goal line. No catch. Trevor's pissed. Don't know why you want 28. Oh, because it doubles 28 instead of 26. But anyways, great sequence. So that's 3 defensive turnovers, a special teams touchdown. Who are these guys in teal? This is a great, again, that initial punt, because I think blocking in the back, even if you touch them on the shoulders, is still considered a block in the back. But yeah, that's all he needed. Everything else was completely him, picking a lane, getting skinny in the middle when he needed to, and then just turning on the jets. Three takeaways in 4 straight games. First time in franchise history. Kicking the ball off, kick it 1 yard deep into the end zone. San Francisco just takes the knee. Trevor wanted that play bad. I think he wants to put an exclamation point on this game. We still have the whole 4th quarter. This game is not over. This is a 12-point game with plenty of time left. We have 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Niners are going to have the ball 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line because of the touchback. Break the huddle. Purdy's going under center. We got 1 wide receiver at the bottom, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers at the top. Sends McCaffrey in motion. Steps back. Tosses it to McCaffrey, who basically dirts it. Hit a dive to get it. We were close on that with is that going to be Josh? Yeah. Hines Allen got around the left tackle and at the very least was able to hug Brock Purdy. Couldn't bring him down in time, but at least made his presence felt. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2:17 left. Shotgun formation. Purdy passes it. Beautiful pass. Kind of like a lot of the other completions he's had. It's over the middle. It's a little bit high. Wide receiver has to go up for it. Gets immediately tackled, but still had enough room. Yeah, that's Tyson Campbell let that go because they're in zone formation. Wingard came on to finish it off, so he couldn't get any more yards, but couldn't make a play on that ball. I mean, it was 8 feet in the air. Robinson had to go up for it. That'll bring up 1st down at the Jaguars 46. Shotgun formation. Brock Purdy steps back, flings it over the middle to Christian McCaffrey, who fumbles it and recovers his own fumble. That's Winger coming in on the hit. He basically puts his helmet on me. Oh no, Aluakon comes in and punches it out. Number 23 comes in and just again puts a fist right on the ball, punches it out, and McCaffrey does recover it. Hines Allen in the backfield again on that, but it's a handoff up the middle. Going to get about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. 40. 3rd quarter with about 42, 41, 40, 39 seconds left. They will have to snap the ball one more time before the end of the quarter. So we've got about 18 seconds on the play clock and 19 seconds on the clock. Niners are under center. Sends a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to the running back, who's going to squirt up the A-gap and get maybe 1 with forward progress. And that's going to be about it. I mean, we snuffed that out. It was jumbo formation, so there's probably 10 guys on the line of scrimmage, or 9 guys on the line of scrimmage, not counting the quarterback and the running back. But yeah, that was just let's see if our push can get more than your push. And the Jags push got the push. that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We only have the fourth left. We've been broadcasting for 3 hours and 2 minutes, apparently. All right, while we're in commercial break, let's peek back in on that Indianapolis game. Indy is still up 20-13, but it looks like the Rams have the ball, and they are driving down the field. It's 1st and 15 on the Indianapolis 22nd. On the 22-yard line in Indianapolis. So it looks like Rams are going to go in and try to get some points, maybe tie that one up. They've got 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We're just now starting the fourth quarter here in the San Francisco Jacksonville game. Ravens, Chiefs, 13-27. Chiefs, looks like Chiefs are 4th and 11 on the Baltimore 12, so they might be kicking a field goal soon and putting some more points up in that one. Raiders still lead 21-16 over the Bears. I'm snacking on my pizza toppings. Fourth quarter, a bunch can happen in the fourth quarter. Did I not put the... I did not put the last field goal up, or last touchdown up. Sorry, my bad. I'm not very good at scorekeeping on top of everything else. It's 26-14, up by 12, 2-score game, 15 minutes of football left. Speaking of 15 minutes of football, all right, looks like they're about to get back. So let me see if I can get to this stat line real quick. I cannot. Looks like Brock Purdy's in the shotgun. Christian McCaffrey to his left. Send him man in motion. He's going to just toss it out to McCaffrey, who's going to get maybe half a yard. And it'll be 4th down and 2 probably. Purdy is still staying on the field. Purdy has not left the field. Jennings is in there with him. So Jennings is back in the game, which is good. But yeah, that's just, a toss sweep to the left. And once again, just like they did earlier, Jags snuffed it out. So they've got an answer for Christian McCaffrey in some of this run game, but it's just the down the fields in the middle of the zones. Quick snap out of shotgun. Purdy's got time. Slings it again across the middle. Went a little too high that time, and the wide receiver couldn't go up and get it, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. But that song or that magic trick has worked 3 or 4 other times in this game already. That time Purdy just put it too high. We actually had a defender on blanketing of the wide receiver, and that's Campbell. So I think that's slightly more the Purdy's putting it too high than Tyson Campbell, but if Tyson stops him from climbing that ladder anymore, then we'll give him credit for it. So that's turnover on downs. Jags have the ball 1st and 10. On the 26-yard line. Under center, 3 wide receivers. We're going to hand it off to Etienne. He's going to get about 1, 2, let's call it 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8. 14 minutes left. Clock is rolling. I think we're going to see a decent amount of run game definitely in this drive, unless we get into 3rd and long, as long as we can stay away from penalties, this game can be ours. But we got to stay away from penalties. Oh, there we go. That's the wrong. All right, so snapping from under center, ETN behind him, puts Hunter in motion, drops back. It's going to be a tight end screen to Strange. He's going to get a couple more. Be 3rd down and 1. Clock is rolling. Tick, 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 tick. All right, we're going to break the huddle. 3rd and 1 on the 34. Trevor's under center. Strange is in motion. Tootin gets the ball. Tootin breaks 1 or 2 tackles at the line, but then gets pushed back. Nothing going. 4th down and 2. A decent job doing a cutback. Just too many guys on that, too many defenders on that side of the ball to wrap them up. I mean, last week, similar plays, he was able to break those tackles and make a run at it, but not this one. 4th and 1 is what they're going to spot it at. Punter's on the field. Again, positive. Clock's still rolling. We didn't take a ton of time off the clock, but it is moving as of now. Tootin only has 3 carries for 10 yards. All right, Cook is going to punt. I'm going to send it straight up. They're going to let it bounce. It should be out around the 7-yard line of the Niners. So that's a really good punt. Means Purdy's going to have to go 90-plus yards if he wants to get some points. So it looks like the Rams did tie the game up. So it is a tie ball game between the Colts and the Rams right now with 2 minutes, 29 seconds left down in L.A. Indianapolis Colts have the ball. Right now they're looking at a 2nd and 18 on their own 44. It looks like they got a false start. So there you go. In Kansas City, Ravens have the ball. They're trailing 13-30 they just started their 4th quarter, so they've got a little bit of time. They got a lot of points to make up. And in Las Vegas, the Raiders are leading the Bears 21-16, but the Bears have the ball, and they also are just now starting their 4th quarter. So it looks like the Colts game is going to wrap up first, and then probably ours, and then the other two. Oh, did Chrome finally die? Yeah, I don't know why last week and this week I've had Chrome freeze up during these. All right, so we're back from commercial. Brock Purdy is 16 of 31, 211 yards. They are on the 8-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's under center. He's going to drop back, scan the field. He's got time. He's going to dump it off to Christian McCaffrey. for a couple yard gain. Good tackle, but it brings up 2nd and 3. Looks like our down the field stuff might be covering pretty well, but again, we're not getting to Brock. He's standing there and has all day. So right now he's going to set up in shotgun. He's going to move a man in motion, just hand it off to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to squirt to the right side and pick up about 2. So this should be 3rd and 1. They're showing sideline, and Pearsall had his helmet on and then took it off. He's still on the sideline, and that's their most productive wide receiver of the day. Jennings has gone out and come back a couple of times, but I mean, kind of the MO of the last couple of years, this offense is going through Christian McCaffrey, and they're trying to get him going on the ground, and it's not working. So they're doing the little check downs to him because not a lot is downfield. Speaking of which, Purdy takes it from the shotgun, scans the field, and Christian McCaffrey's on a wheel route and is going to just jog down the field. Winger's going to bump him out of bounds, but not till well after they get the first down. It was 3rd and 1, and let's see, they were on the 16. And the 45. Yeah. Huge gain. 29-yard. And it's just basically a wheel route. He's standing on the sideline with nobody around him. Catches the ball, turns upfield, and just goes. Purdy under center is going to hand it off to a running back. Not certain who that was. It was not Christian McCaffrey. Who's going to get about 5. Christian McCaffrey stays on the sideline, getting a breather. Second and 5. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. San Francisco is down by 12. Right at midfield, 49-yard line of the Jaguars. Out of center, takes the snap, takes a 2-step drop, and just flings it out for what's probably supposed to be a short out, but sails it over the guy's head. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So what's San Francisco doing on this? If I was San Francisco on this 3rd and 5, I'd call the play that they've basically called, or at least the route out of the slot that they've called 4 other times and it's worked, where just do a skinny post and I'll throw it on the hash 20 yards downfield. So shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Purdy's looking around. Purdy has all day. Purdy throws it to the sidelines where that is not Jennings. I couldn't tell. I couldn't read the name. Wide open. No one anywhere near him. And it just looked like it was a fade out or slant. Is it a slant if it goes out or a slant if it just goes in? Anyways, he ran 10 yards and then he hooked it 30 degrees and ran towards the sideline and nobody was around him. And that was Kendrick Bourne. It was his first catch for 17 yards. And the Niners might double our passing yardage for the game. Purdy under center, fakes a handoff to the wide receiver. He's going to go back to his check down to his tight end, who's going to catch it and run and definitely get a first down. Going to get about 11 yards on that first down. Clock is rolling at 8:15, 8:14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So 8 minutes left in the game. San Francisco is moving it. It's a 2-score game, so they got to do something now. Stop Jags offense, which honestly isn't in the second half. It wouldn't be the hardest thing. So shotgun, weird formation for the wide receivers. Just going to throw a bubble screen to the tight end, who has touchdown. He just grabbed that, had one blocker. I think he had 2 blockers, but he only needed 1 because there was nobody over there covering for that. And Jags defenders have hands on the hips, and they are looking gassed, which is kind of amazing. I mean, time of possession's split. I mean, but that's just a beautiful play. It's just a bubble tight end screen. Yeah, they had to block Devin Lloyd, and then the two other blockers just ran in front of the tight end. That's all they had to do. I think it's use check. Extra point is up and good, so let's give them their points. It is now a 21-26 5-point game with about 8 minutes left. 7 minutes, 49 seconds. So can the Jags hold on for a win, or are they going to just let it slide away? All right, we're coming back from break. Looks like Kansas City continues to score points in their game against Baltimore. I wonder what that's like. The Rams just went up 27-20 on Indianapolis. We just got the kickoff back. We're up to the 30, bringing some tackles, and we down right around the 30, 29-yard line. So we have 7 minutes, 33 seconds left. It would be good if... I mean, Trevor doesn't have to do a lot right now. Oh, there's some flag. Flag. Let's see what this is. Looks like it's going to be against San Francisco. Unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, first down. Okay. Free yards. Take that. So like I was saying, Trevor doesn't have to do a lot. Trevor, who's 18 of 27, 150 yards and a touchdown. I wouldn't just hand the ball to Etienne 3 times. By the way, he's in shotgun. Since Parker Washington into formation, now we got trips down. Etienne's he's going to throw it to the lone man on top, which is Brian Thomas Jr. Complete for about 7 yards. Yeah, they're showing a stat right now. First downs this half. Jags have 2. San Francisco has 11. Like, San Francisco has been on a comeback journey this second half. And they've been doing pretty good job of keeping us off the field, kind of like we did in the second. Trevor's going to take the snap from center. He's got a single ETN in the back and then 2 wide receivers on the bottom. He's going to send Parker Washington in motion. He's going to hand the ball off to Travis, who's going to barrel ahead and not really get anything. It was 2nd and 2. He maybe got a yard. So it should be 3rd and 1.5. But the clock is churning. This is more important than stats right now, is the clock. I mean, everyone in Santa Clara is standing up. They're probably making noise. They need to stop right here. I would not run it straight through the A gap. That being said, if you do a toss, if you try to go to the outside, I want to say the San Francisco defense doesn't seem like super fired up, but they seem super focused, which might be more important. So, oh, that's horrible. So they try to do, nope, maybe. So they try to do Trevor Lawrence sideways sneak up the A gap. From that spot, he should have it. But, I mean, when that A gap opened, there were 2 San Francisco 49ers in there to fill it. And he initially got knocked back. They might challenge this look. Because, I mean, he's a yard and a half. No, he got it. Yeah, he initially got stopped a yard and a half short. And then, I don't know, some ETN or somebody came in and pushed the pile to the first down. So it's 1st and 10. Jags on their own 46-yard line. Handoff to ETN, who's going to go through that B gap, cut back into the middle of the field, and get a first down. He's getting 11 yards on that run. That's a great job. I just don't want to see every play an ETN, on the right side in the A gap. It's not going to work 4 plays in a row. It's not. That's a great play. That's a great offensive line getting that focus, making that hole happen. But we're not going to burn the last 5 minutes of time with that. So, speaking of which, we're down to 4 minutes, 44 seconds, 4 minutes, 43, 42, 41. Trevor's going to take a snap from under center, and he's just going to hand it off to ETN, who's going to bounce to the outside. Oh, and hits somebody square in the shoulder. Kind of falls straight down. There's a flag on the field. Not sure what this flag is going to be. Is that holding? So they're being very smart on this play call. Holding offense. Damn it. So yeah, they're not going A gap. They did a change up and they tossed it to the outside, which is great. But Brian Thomas Jr. got called for a hold. They're doing a replay now. He kind of jogs out. I mean, you can see him kind of reach for the jersey, but he doesn't actually grab the jersey. He doesn't pull it. The defender puts his hands up like, hey, I just got held. But, I mean, there's not a lot of video evidence to support that. So that's going to put us back. 1st and 15 on the 40. Clock has stopped at 4 minutes, 31 seconds. Trevor takes the snap from shotgun, slinks it down the field, tries to get a jumping Parker Washington, and can't connect. I think at this point, they need to come back. They need to finish the game, obviously, but I think their nerves are getting to them. They're letting the moment outlive them or outbuild them. So Trevor put it where he needed to, because if he had short armed that or put it on Parker in stride, the defender was right there. So he had to put it a little bit in front of him. Parker needed to speed up a little bit. So shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers high, 2 wide receivers tall. Strange in motion. Tootin takes the handoff from behind him. It's going to get about 1, 2, 3. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Clock's moving though. 4 minutes, 12, 10, 11, 10, 9. So we're getting a play call in. We're bringing the clock down. 4 minutes, 2, 1. 4 minutes even. It's 3rd and 11. The crowd's getting back up. Trevor is going to go shotgun. Tootin's to his left. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. And it's going to be a pass play. He's going to sling it into 86. Who's 86? Or was that Strange? Was that 85? That's not going to be enough for the first, though. Yeah, I think that's Strange. He's going to get it on the 29-28. So we're going to be short of a first, but it's a great play call. Good execution. Clock has stopped at 3 minutes, 29 seconds. It's 4th and 4. We're going for a field goal attempt. Cam Little's already made a 26 and a 44, and they're saying this is a 47-yard attempt. But Trevor slung that in there like, when he gets frustrated and he starts shooting bullets. That's how he threw that one in there. So I think he's getting a little bit wound up too. He wants to finish this game. If we make this, it'll be a 29-21. We'll be up by 8. Oh, San Francisco did take a timeout to save some clock. He's going to be kicking from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is wide right. That thing went straight down the hash line and wound up about 2 feet to the right of the goalpost. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 5-point game with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left, and the Niners have the ball first and 10 on their own 29-yard line. So we'll see how this one goes. All right, Brock Purdy and the 49ers are going to start 1st and 10 in shotgun formation with Christian McCaffrey standing behind him. He's going to fake it to Christian and then just dump it off to him. And Christian McCaffrey is going to pick up 12 yards. If we keep giving them that, they're going to keep taking that all day. I mean, he's been dinking and dunking. He's been throwing it into the flats. He's been throwing it to wheel routes. There have been 1 or 2 broken zones schemes in the secondary, but not a lot. Oh God, we're showing we're showing Mac Jones on the sideline. There hasn't been a lot down the field other than those middle of the field things. So it looks like we're going to blitz on this one. We cause a fumble. Jags get it. Did the Jags get it? Jags first down. Jags 4th turnover of the game. They actually brought a blitz. The blitz almost outran Brock Purdy because he started to step back up. And when he stepped back up, I want to say Aluakin. So yeah, they're bringing 2 linebackers. They're bringing Devin Lloyd. No, I want to say 91 popped. Yeah, 91 just slaps his hands. There you go. That is a total defense right there. Lukin recovers the fumble. But Armstead, who we picked up from the Niners 2 years ago. Or last year. So it's Jags 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line, and Etienne is going to lose a yard. We can't just do up the middles with Etienne. And I think the Niners took another timeout. Yeah, they just... 2 linemen just met Etienne in the backfield. All right, 2nd and 11. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock. Jags on their own 48-yard line. Oh, I'm sorry. I was a fan for a minute. It was shotgun formation. ETN in the backfield. Trevor faked the handoff and just ran it himself 100%. Slid at the end. A little bit of contact, but I want to say he's trying to say he was down in bounds. He got touched down in bounds, so the clock should roll. They didn't buy it. They stopped the clock. 2 minutes, 36 seconds. 3rd and 5, though. We have not been doing good on 3rd down in the last 20 minutes. And we only have 5 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun formation, ETN to the right. 2 wide receivers up top. Fake handoff to ETN. Throw it to Strange, who's got room. Has the first down. Slides. Clock still rolls. 2 minutes, 25 seconds. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. And we have first down. San Francisco has used all of their timeouts. If I can math, this game is over. We should go. Yeah, we should. He stayed in bounds. We should go down to the 2-minute warning. And then we just hike the ball 3 times, and they can't do anything to stop the clock. Do we have a 3-1 Jacksonville Jaguar team? Our defense is really good right now, and is really good through 4 games. Our offense is okay. Our running game is pretty good. I'm surprised, and I'm gonna let's look at some stats here. Scroll to stats. Travis Etienne had 19 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good. His longest run was 48 yards. So I'm going to do some loose math. A third of his yards was in 1 carry, which is great. Tootin had 4 carries for 14 yards. That's concerning because he's been doing really, really good lately. Trevor had 4 carries for 12 yards. Brian Thomas Jr. had the 1 end around for 7 yards. Parker Washington attempted an end around and lost a yard. Receivers wise, let me just hold it up here so I don't have to look down so much. Brian Thomas Jr. 7 targets, 5 catches, 49 yards. Strange 7 targets, 6 catches, 45 yards. Travis Hunter 5 targets, 3 receptions, 42 yards. Hunter Long 3 targets, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Tootin 1 target, 1 catch, 8 yards. Allen Jr. 1 catch, 7 yards. ETN 1 catch, 1 yard. Parker Washington was targeted twice and had no catches. I don't believe you, website that I'm reading off of. We recovered 3 fumbles. We got 2 interceptions. So 5. I miscounted. I said 4 earlier. It's 5. I mean, that's punt return for a touchdown. Other than I was about to say, what more could you ask for? But I know from the stats I was looking at earlier, victory formation. Oh, and he's still just standing there. He hiked the ball, backed up a little bit, and didn't immediately take a knee. So 3+ takeaways in 4 straight games. First time in franchise history. The first time the Niners have allowed a punt return for a touchdown since 2017. And 4 turnovers for the first time since 2023. I hate it when they do stats and they say that for the first time and it was like a year and a half ago. So think some of my outside. I lost some of my outside light. Is it getting darker in here? All right, victory formation down number 2. Oh, what is that? One of the San Francisco 49ers defensive, I think, linebackers tried to jump over. Yeah, 54 runs in and tries to jump and almost headbutts Trevor Lawrence. Reminds me of the Seattle game years ago. But yeah, get ready for a nice fiery Liam Cohen post-win speech in the locker room. Those are fun. Those are super fun. 36 seconds left. Take the last knee. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to pop in though, like not savor the victory, because this was great. This was defensively. This is what you want. You know, every week. Tons of turnovers. 3-1 or better to start season. First time since, I missed it. I think it's probably 2017, 2016. There's a teenager over my shoulder.
Hi.
Let's see. Kansas City's still winning 37-13. Did the Colts game end? Where's the Colts game?
Who won?
Jags.
Go team.
Duval.
Was Taylor there?
In Duval?
Yeah.
No. Well, no one was in Duval. The game was in San Francisco.
Duval.
Okay. What am I trying to pull? ESPN. She might have been in Kansas City. They're still playing. NFL. Yep. Colts have lost. So we now have 2 teams at 3-1 atop of the AFC South. And then a team at 1-3 and a team at 0-4. So that's going to be interesting. I would say interesting shakeup, but I mean, it's through this far, this defense looks very legit. I mean, it's going to be fun. We're done with 1 month of football. We still have many more to go. For those of you that are still with us, I appreciate it. This is a new channel. We do episodes every Wednesday where we review the past game, and we talk about the upcoming game and a couple other Jag storylines that might be going on. I'm Josh Slater. I'm normally joined by my friend as well, who couldn't make it today. But if it's your first time seeing this, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when we do go live. And I mean, good game. I'm definitely going to probably get a lot of good clips out of this one that we can make some shorts. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the time, and go Jags.